are live. Welcome. We're talking about like songs and like internalized echolalia because neurodivergence. Um, but welcome echoes to Empyrean Wilds, a Cypher system-based TTRPG. I am Evie the Disaster Jam. My pronouns are she, they, or any, and I am the game runner for this fine disastrous group. Let's go ahead and go around introducing ourselves, and we are going to start with Amanda.
Hello, everyone. My name is Amanda, aka Pandacabra. Use she, her pronouns, and I will be playing Varen Lek, who also uses she, her, the weird adept who dances with dark matter and siphons power. And I'm going to pass it on to Matt.
Hey, I'm Matt. He, him pronouns. I'm playing Fang Wu, he, they pronouns, the risk taking warrior who fights with panache and sometimes walks through walls and is particularly proud of actually landing hits on that beastie last time.
Yeah.
And I will pass it over to Alina.
Hey everybody, I am Alina, they, them, and I will be playing Kale, who is also they, them, and is an empathic explorer who helps their friends and has the soul of a dragon, as you saw last game, where they did a lot of just shredding everything.
Yeah, they did. Currently, we are missing Joel, who has some stuff that they are handling away from the computer. We wish you well, Joel, and hope that you come back to us soon. And also on a prolonged hiatus due to life, Maggie, who will hopefully be coming back to us in like middle to late fall. We shall see how like graduate school allows. Um, but yeah, so like I got very minimal sleep, so like Brian is going to appear a lot today. Brain is soup. I will get tongue-tied. You are more than welcome to laugh at me. Because yeah. But yes, so Brian's gonna make an appearance. Um, yeah, I forgot to upload the Brian is soup, the brain soup emoji. I need to do that at some point soon. But Empyrean Wilds runs every other week, barring schedule interruptions. It is con season. Um, so just tune in every other Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, on Twitch and Moonbeam, where we do dual stream. So follow for live notifications. Check out the Monte Cook games, the Anywhere Door Realm, which is where we do our live streaming there. VODs are available immediately after, and then later in the day, sometimes later in the week when Evie forgets, it is then uploaded onto our YouTube. Um, so check out our various links if you would like to know more. Click that Starship Troopers button for me. But uh, in addition to that, you will also notice from the corner of our screen that we are raising funds for the Trans Women of Color Collective. The Trans Women of Color Collective has a mission to uplift the narratives, leadership, and lived experiences of trans and gender non-conforming people of color while building toward the collective liberation of all oppressed people. I don't have to tell you guys that the world is shit right now. Do what you can, support people, be kind, and if you would like to donate, it is highly appreciated. Um, AEA and its affiliates receive no portion of the funding. But with all of that out of the way, because Evie's brain is not working, let's go ahead and roll into focusing on today's session. As a content warning, we at the Archives would like to remind you that this is an adult content rated game with depictions of violence and gore, possible mentions of loss and trauma, and or similar content. We do our best not to cross each other's lines, but for those of you watching, you have been warned. Last time we had a little bit of that violence that was happening. They fought this massive spider centipede snake creature that they encountered while traveling through the wilderness of the city-state of Polyerna. The Coruscapede, also known as a veiled trapper, had seen them, spotted them, and decided that they looked tasty, resulting in it attacking Fong as the one that was moving most because it hunts via movement. It does not have good eyesight. And after a little bit of intimidation and dragon roaring and a shit ton of smacking it around on Fong's side, which you did amazing. Again, Matt, good job. Very proud of you. Matt's one of our newer to Cypher folks, so very proud of you. Um, they did manage to defeat it. Then going into the small collection of trees, the small copse of woods that they had seen it come out of, to investigate the area to see what was happening, where they found a large web with a couple of wild creatures that had gotten caught because it had been stretched across a game trail, and an entire horde of eggs. There was a lot of debate on what they should do about the eggs if a magical creature like this developing was technically considered native or invasive, and whether or not it was right to destroy them. They attempted to request advice from Pico, who was just like, I don't know, it doesn't seem native having not been here for hundreds and hundreds of years. It might upset the ecosystem now. I don't know. So they destroyed all of them, or so they think. Um, there might be
Cool.
one hidden somewhere. We will not say where, looking at you. But after having done so, they did eventually venture off, trying to go, you know what? I don't like this whole camping ghost and then creepy ass camouflage spider snake thing attacking us in the middle of everything. We're going to veer instead of going straight towards the next settlement. We're going to veer back towards the road and stay on the road because hopefully we won't encounter as much shit. Um, Varen did roll very well on her perception and noticed trails of something large through the prairie grasses and wildflowers that they were walking through that hinted that possibly whatever creature, possibly its mate or the one that you guys killed, had passed through there, though not recently. Just saw general signs of old passage. Um, but you guys didn't encounter another one, luckily, and just ended up back at the road around nightfall, and with a little bit of walking, found a convenient camping spot because the road, uh, and settled in for the night with injury and exhaustion hanging over you. The first to take a watch was Fong, who was doing his best. He was doing his best. He was tired after that fight, but he was doing his best. He just kind of relaxed and started to see these beautiful fireflies and various things floating around in the air, and some of them solidified into golden specks that became glistening golden threads glowing in the night. Passing by his line of sight, connecting to some people, some of them not connected at all, just moving along. Reached over and tried to touch one. It seemed to be like a little bit of a warm sensation, and then what might have been a vision or some sort of sound in his head that he couldn't quite make out everything from it. He thought he heard like an offset echo of the campfire that you guys had and someone talking, humming, really. A very familiar song. And then it faded. The golden threads are gone. And nothing really happened on watch. But he did decide to, of course, wake the second person for watch and wandered over to Kale to let them know that it was their turn. Woke them up with the was asked if he'd seen anything, just like, "Huh, I think I saw friendship." Quite literally, the phrasing, I think, was
Yeah.
because I have this written down. I think I saw friendship. These golden lights came, and it was like threads. They touched y'all. And that is where we ended. Kale, you have been woken up after a somewhat hard day to that. Have fun.
Hale just blinks sleepily at you for a like a long moment as they're trying to process that. Not like the spider threads.
No, I mean I don't think so. It I don't it felt kind of like I don't know how much you listen to music, Kale, but it's
I
like,
quite like an opera actually. I used to go
oh,
to the concert nearly every month if I could afford it.
oh, fantastic. Okay, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like the feeling when a particular song is reaching out and striking at your heart. That's kind of like what I envision if I could see sound waves. This is probably how it would be. Like the way it reaches out to you. And that's how it reached out to y'all. Just this golden thread that extended out and just wanted to embrace you.
Were we connected together with these threads?
Um, were they connected together, Evie?
Make an intellect check to try and remember.
All
Because
right.
there were a lot that were just kind of floating through the air, so you're
Mhm.
trying with that you would be trying to remember details on how closely connected they might be.
I got an 18.
18.
Ooh.
They did seem to pass each other fairly closely. It was hard to say if they directly touched each of you. Because even the one that seemed to lead to Bal that you had made contact with, seemed to just kind of fade into her rather than like being visibly connected.
Um, okay. Yeah, as far as the connection goes, it's not super clear. Um, the threads just kind of came at you, and then almost like merging, they faded into you. So I tried to touch one that was headed for Bao, but and then I suddenly it didn't feel like I was here anymore. I heard a campfire and humming, and then I was here again and the threads were gone. So honestly, I could have dreamed the whole thing. I might have fallen asleep during watch. Please don't tell anyone. But it didn't feel like a dream.
No, that is so specific. It sounds like some sort of magical effect, but what kind I couldn't say.
Yeah.
Odd. But you can't see them now.
Nope. Nope. I wish this would make this explanation a lot easier.
Perhaps, perhaps there is some sort of connection between all of us. There was a reason when I met both you and Varen. I felt, I don't know, sort of not a connection, but a importance, as though you were someone who would be important to me later, someone I didn't know yet.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know what made me ask you all along. I don't, often um, ask strangers to come and involve themselves in this mess.
Hmm.
But when I met the two of you, I thought there was something different about you.
Like, was it like a premonition of some kind?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's good to feel like I might be important someday.
I think everyone is important to the flow of the world, no matter whether they know it or not.
Wow. Kale, you should write a book.
I might have.
Have you?
I mean, not in this life, but at some point, I'm sure I must have written something.
I, cause I, you're dropping knowledge gems on me right now, and I feel like more people should hear them.
Hmm. Well, well, thank you.
Thank you. Um, but look, I'm a little tired. That fight was a rough one. I feel like the adrenaline is starting to wear off. So
You should sleep. You
yeah,
did very well, though.
thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And you would note like just a look of pride in Fang's face, and
Oh,
also there's just like maybe just a hint of relief of like being able to make up for the
you did
first
good.
time.
Yeah. Well, Kale will get up and start getting themselves ready for watch.
And Fang will bed down.
Okay. Um, yeah, I don't think that anyone has actually explained to Fong that Kale has lived multiple lives.
No.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead and give me a perception check for watch.
Right. I
Remember
am
that,
skilled at this.
and you are with Bal, so even though Bal is asleep, that does
Right.
extend to specialized instead.
And I can see in the dark. So does that give me an asset?
It means that you're not hindered at the
Cool.
moment.
That is a 13. Lucky number 13.
Okay, very nice. It's a fairly peaceful evening. There has been a lot of rain recently, so it's just a little foggy, like not deep penetrating fog. You can still see for the most part. It's just a little foggy, nice and cool, especially for a summer evening. Um, very late at night because you guys are in the midnight watch. But yeah, it's nice. It's peaceful. You can hear the occasional like croak or creak of some random night creature, frogs,
Nice.
bugs, birds, in the distance. It's peaceful. Um, are you looking for anything specifically, or are you just keeping watch? Are you trying to see
Think
what Fong saw?
maybe. I think Kale, rather than watching down on the ground like everyone else would, finds like a tree with a branch overhanging the camp, and will just climb up.
Not really a lot of trees,
Well, I guess we're out on the
because
plains, aren't we?
yeah, you
Yeah.
are mostly on like rolling hills and plains,
Cool.
with little patches of like woods and like small selections of trees gathered together. Um,
Yeah. Then
but yeah,
Kale will sit a little ways away from the camp so that they're not blinded by the campfire,
okay,
and keep their ears open. Look at the stars. Just try and feel that like deep silence of the world past midnight, where everything's very calm.
okay. Give me an intellect check to see how well
Sure.
you connect with nature and the world, essentially.
7. I got stuff
7.
on my mind.
You do. It's like Sybil only disappeared a couple days ago.
That's true. I'm still
It's
freaking out about that.
yeah, you guys had like a ghost appear the previous evening and then like the big old monster. It's been an eventful couple of days and you're just a little distracted.
I
Um,
think every time Kale sleeps, they're trying to reach out to Sybil, and I
okay.
think this last little shift of sleep was so short and after such a busy day that they didn't dream at all, and that's kind of troubling them
Yeah.
as they sit there.
And with you taking middle watch frequently, it's not like you have prolonged sleep. You only have a couple of
Yeah.
hours, like a nap, you wake up, and then you have a couple hours again. Um,
So rather than feeling that calm that you feel in the middle of the night, Kale feels it as a little bit of loneliness.
yeah,
The like big open empty skies, the wind howling across, like just sort of rustling the grasses. Just feels
yeah,
like someone is missing because someone is.
yeah. Um, so it's mostly uneventful. Um, like you do occasionally see or hear something in the grasses that's possibly hunting, but it's not huge, like maybe bobcat sized. Um,
I think the
which
first
is
time
unusual
something,
for you
yeah,
because
something hunting nearby would probably make Kale slip into their smaller dragon form and
okay,
then just lie sort of near the camp to
yeah,
dissuade anything that might be like, oh, that smells like a different predator.
yeah, like it's like you had a high enough perception to where you would catch like the natural sounds and then a little bit of quiet that's
Yeah,
a little interrupted and the rustle of grasses and things and sudden cry of something getting
yeah.
caught. Um, but nothing huge and none of that same ominous feel that you guys had just before encountering the Coruscapede. Um, but yeah, it's just light fog, lonely.
Yeah.
Is that,
Hours will pass.
yeah, is that the wind in the fog or something moving? No, it's just the wind.
Yeah.
And your watch passes.
Nice. Then in the deep hours of the night, I will wait until my hours are up and go wake Varen for the morning watch.
Okay. Varen, are you easy to wake?
Uh, yes.
Okay.
I was fairly well rested before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you get nudged awake. Kale forgets to turn back, and will just nudge you awake with their snout. So there is a creature over
Mhm.
you.
Yep.
Ah,
Oh,
just a little yelp, not like a loud one.
sorry. Kale, like step back. It's
Oh,
time for your watch now.
oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Just I was a little startled. Just
Sorry,
wasn't expecting a dragon. It's fine. It's fine.
I forgot. To
I get up
be
and
honest.
stretch. Anything happened while I was asleep?
No, it's been a very quiet night.
All right. Well, you go rest up, and I will take watch now.
Oh, thank you. Like big jaw cracking yawn, and then they will curl up like a cat
Yeah.
near the fire.
You
Oh.
do get an up close and personal look at the maw of fangs that Kale has in dragon
Big
Mm-hmm.
form.
teeths. That's some big teeths for a creature that does not eat.
Mm-hmm.
Those are entirely offensive teeth.
If it wasn't for the fact that I knew immediately that it was Kale, like I would probably scream.
Yeah. But yeah, so are you going to take watch at the camp or are you also going to step away from the camp a little bit, like Kale did?
I will not maybe go as far as Kale did. I will kind of step away to get a better vantage,
Okay.
like a kind of a more of a open.
Um, so at least currently, you do not have like night sight, so you've got a little bit of a higher DC
Hmm.
to hit for your perception. You are considered trained because you are still within the presence of Val.
Right, right, right. Let's do this. 15.
15. Pretty good still. Yeah, it's like you are used to this area. This is, well, not your immediate home. This is the city state that you grew up in. This is the area that you are familiar with. You know the sounds and the sights and the smells. You are familiar with the environment and the animals and everything that are typical here, even the weather. So it having just like a super light, misty fog after having rained for a couple of days and then had a sunny day. Um, the weather just kind of does that sometimes. Um, so you're used to it. It's not creepy to you, it's not unusual. And you're familiar with most of the sounds that you catch. I mean, like, some of them take you a minute or two to identify, but eventually, off in the distance, you see the sun starting to rise, the pinks and oranges burning into the fog, and some of it wisping away a little bit more. And someone on the road, actually, towards the end of your watch. What seems to be a large cart and a couple of riders that are moving from the direction that you're heading towards toward what you would assume to be Polyarna proper.
This is a fairly like well-traveled path that we're on.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's
you're on one of the main roads that travels between the
so
major
I'm
settlements and the city
just
state.
going to assume that they're just merchants trying to get the early
Oh yeah.
to catch the early road before it gets too busy.
Oh yeah. It's super common for farmers and ranchers to be up well
Mhm.
before the sunrise, and that if they are traveling, they are probably going to be like on the road before sunrise so that they can
Right.
get
I'm
to market.
right. I remember. I remember when my
Yeah.
dad used to go
Yeah. So
super
they're
early.
probably a good day or so away from Pollyanna proper. So they're likely aiming to get there tomorrow, but you see them passing. Um, what seem to be a couple of like cows even being herded with them along with the cart. So they're probably taking some like stock in as well as whatever they have farmed. And just kind of a like glance in your direction for there's a friendly nod and they continue on since you have not stopped them, um, which is almost unusual for you because you're so used to, especially people here, reacting to your markings and the general vibe that you give off with the wariness. But you're far enough away to where that doesn't really affect them at the moment. So it's just friendly,
Just a
social.
friendly like a
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I don't want to disturb them. They seem like they're kind of focused. I don't want to hold them up or anything.
Okay. So, Varen, you would have been able to count yourself for a long rest by the end of this watch. Same thing with everyone else because you guys
Ooh,
use the watch as part of your rest unless you are interrupted.
what? Our
So
group
you guys,
actually sleeping for once? That's weird.
yeah, so yeah, you guys were able to take a full 10-hour recovery if you want.
10 hour.
Dang.
Yeah.
Look at
Worth it.
us.
Yeah, because settling in, the watches, etc., um, like by the time you finish basically packing up camp and eating, it will have been 10 hours. But yeah, so congratulations, you guys managed to actually sleep through an entire
Weird.
night without being interrupted.
God,
Sick.
yeah, I wish I could get 10 hours of rest.
Yeah.
Fucking seriously. But yeah, so it is the next day. Varen would be able to go around waking you guys up and getting everybody ready for the day and where you are continuing to head.
Kale will turn back to their human form not long after waking up so they can go off and brush their teeth and help with all the camp pack up kind of stuff and not terrify people on the road.
Doesn't your form only last for an hour?
That's guardian form. The
Okay.
or I guess no, I think you're right. I think it does last an hour either
Yeah,
way.
so like halfway, like not halfway,
Yeah.
but like part of
Oh.
the way through you sleeping, you just like
Turn
shrunk
back.
back
And
down
it's
into tiny little Kale.
Good. That's fine.
Because Kale is
I
also
imagine you're
not a
still very
tall
much
person.
like
Yeah.
still like on your back and like your hands are kind of in
Yeah,
a
I can
weird
still intellect to make it last past that hour if I need to, but I'd have to be awake to do that. So.
Yeah. Like I'm just imagining Kale like on their back, slightly twisted with a single leg in the air because
Mhm.
that's how Dragon Kale was sleeping. So miraculously, like humanoid Kale also has their leg
Just a
just
leg in the
sticking
air
up, just
on
for
their
the
back.
comedic aspect. Like a cat.
Yeah, like a cat.
But yeah, so
So they'll get themselves together and they fuss and make sure that everyone else is eaten, especially Ball. They're like, they need to eat something.
Yes.
and Belle's been going through it a little bit.
Yeah.
So because based off of what Joel had given us prior to the start of session, Belle's kind of going through it. So because Kale is the one that is asking, Belle will probably eat a little bit reluctantly.
Yeah. I'll just sit
Most
beside her and like make sure she at least eats some of the porridge.
yeah, most of the fog burns off with like the rising of the sun, and while it will be a somewhat cloudy day, it's not like rain clouds. It's just a little cottony in the sky, I guess you would call it. Um, but yeah, you've got the day ahead of you. Fairly nice weather.
Let's walk.
Yeah. You're just taking the road. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Um, so you guys don't really have to do any navigation checks while on the road because
Cool.
the road just goes from one place to another rather than having to make your way through like random prairie grasses and wildflowers and bushes and around like boulders and etc. Um, so on the way, it's not like it is like heavily trafficked, but you do occasionally pass what seems to be someone that is traveling with farmed goods of some kind. You even see at least one wagon that is fairly large and is being like drawn by some odd looking horses, but horse-ish creatures that
Close
you
enough.
are not super familiar with because they weren't a common thing in Ice and Bridge. I mean, Cliffside City, horse is not
Not
really a
all
thing.
horses.
But yeah, so it's, you know, peaceful. Um, there was some sort of detailing or signage on there that Kale probably wouldn't have recognized. Varen and Fong, go ahead and see if you recognize what the symbols that were on there were.
I do not.
I'm rolling rocks today. 17.
Nice.
Holy fuck,
Nice.
dude.
It's
All right,
really funny
yeah.
because I'm from Polyarna. I feel like I would have known.
Um,
This one's got luck on his side though.
Yeah,
Yes.
true.
Yes.
this is actually from one of the fairly prominent tanning houses. So it is probably a shipment of leather or hides that are going out. They are very commonly traded along the
Mm.
coast up to Ison Bridge, though not really tea or things that Kale would have encountered, and definitely not common in Deepview District. But traded up along the coast to various other city states. Even Venya, because Venya doesn't have a lot of cattle farming, does trade with this particular leather goods house. So it kind of makes sense that the wagon looked pretty sturdy. Um,
Mm.
and maybe 5 minutes behind it, you see what seem to be what are probably personal guards that are keeping just enough of a distance to where if there's an issue, they are not factored in by
Yeah.
the people that might attack or
Mhm.
attempt to steal from.
Can I ask, like, okay, so this is a prominent tanning house.
Yeah.
In this world, is this like the equivalent of like a Gucci or something, like really expensive?
Um, they don't make the clothing themselves.
Oh, okay.
So this is like Italian leather makers that supply to Gucci.
Fancy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Okay. Okay. Then Fong would definitely be whispering like, "Oh my gosh. Y'all see that? That must be worth a fortune if they've got their cart full of stuff."
Yeah. You would know the name as Agricari.
Agricari.
Yeah.
Okay. I would kill to get my hands on some of that.
Um,
Are you particularly into leather goods?
No, it'd just be worth so much. Just
um,
imagine the wagers I could make. Whew.
is anyone like trained in animals or crafting or anything like that?
Nope.
Let's
I was a merchant though, so I might know how tough it would be to sell that much leather.
sort of. I'm wearing the necklace. I have
So you
my
have trained in
artifact.
crafting.
It's not trained. Task involve finding, sourcing, locating, purchasing, crafting related items.
Oh,
Okay,
Yeah, there
so
you go.
yeah, so that
Yeah.
would count. If Fong mentions the name of
Hmm.
the tanning house, which you know that they have, uh, which they are a fairly prominent family,
Hmm.
maybe just one that you hadn't personally dealt with, you would recognize the name Agricari. They have their own large settlement to themselves further into Polyarna. And while they have a variety of tanning styles, the one that they are best known for is a proprietary way to use brain tanning to make like
Ooh,
super thin, like cotton supple leather that is
the good
somehow
stuff.
also very, very strong. Um, so that is one of the reasons why they became so prominent. And they've been established and are fairly fairly big, and have been so for as long as people would really know or remember in Polyarna.
Wow.
But yeah, they're somehow traveling along this road instead of. Go ahead and make a just kind of knowledge of the area roll, Varen, since you're from here.
Yes. 13.
13. Call that good enough. Um,
Yeah.
Thinking of where you are pretty sure they're supposed to be from, they should have been heading on the eastern road instead of the northern road. Because this would be like out of their way
Huh.
if they're going
Hmm.
directly to Polyurna City, which
Yeah.
the direction indicates that they might have been.
That's weird even for me. I say just kind of out loud, thinking to
What?
like, they're like the really fancy leather
Oh,
goods.
yeah.
I mean, like leather is we make some pretty good leather here in Polyurna, but they're the top tier leather. Um, it's weird that they'd be going on this road.
Hmm. Are they lost?
Excuse me, are y'all lost?
They've
I,
been passed for like 5 minutes, so they're gone.
I just shout that out and just hope, like, waiting for a response. I don't know. I mean, I don't like they're going towards the city, which is kind of strange that they took this road.
Is there another road?
Oh yeah, there's like the eastern road is a little bit more convenient for them. So I mean, I don't. There's not really that many big settlements going up this way.
Maybe the eastern road is washed out or dangerous. That all these new creatures around.
Ooh.
That is the possibility.
Um, so looking at the map that I shared to you guys before, Tepalpico is like fairly east and hitting the mountains. The like Agricari are probably somewhere near that small forest that is a little further east and south near the mountains.
So they're near the forest that everyone's like afraid of.
Uh, you would have to go like all the way towards the south to get around. But yeah, their area that they kind of have as their own settlement is fairly close to the mountains. So the fact
Huh.
that they are they would have had to have traveled way north to be on the same road that you guys are traveling to get to where that question mark is, where you think the grandmother last was,
Yeah.
is like way out of the way.
Maybe yeah, I mean it's possible maybe there's something dangerous. We should keep an eye out for have been a lot of travelers on this road, you know. It's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a decent number of settlements that are along the river because, water. Um, so it's not like this is an abandoned road. This is not a rarely used road. It is just strange for that family to specifically be on it
Hmm.
because if they are going to Polyurna, they would be going east
Yeah.
or on the east road, which is them going west. Um,
So they've had to go north out of their way and then back south to
yeah,
get to the city.
they essentially had to go north and then hook a left and start traveling west down the river.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just yeah, it's just a little weird. Wonder if I'm sure it's fine. It's probably just maybe there's construction, or maybe it's just a rock slide. I don't know.
Maybe we could ask for news at the next settlement. There's a lot
Mm,
of travelers through here. Maybe they've heard some rumors.
Yeah.
it's true. Maybe there's some others who are taking this road instead that they wouldn't be taking.
Um,
Keep our ears to the ground.
it's probably another hour or so before you see more people on the road traveling. This time just a fairly small, like two people on riding beasts, one of which has like a large number of things that are piled onto the equivalent of saddlebags behind him. But yeah,
Hello.
you gonna stop these guys?
Uh, I okay. Are they moving very quickly? Because if they're moving
No,
super,
they're
okay,
they're they're like super leisurely
Trotting
traveling.
along.
Okay. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I,
like yeah, they're super leisurely traveling. They have that kind of droning pace of
mhm.
okay, we're gonna be going for a while.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah.
would I wouldn't want to stop them. I just want to
Mhm.
like try to keep pace for a
You're just being
moment.
friendly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a social interaction check because random person that has decided to turn around and keep pace with them as
Yes.
they're plodding along.
Yes. All right. Natural 20.
What
Oh,
the fuck? You have been rolling on
no!
Good shot.
fire.
No!
Yeah, you have been
Oh,
rolling on fire tonight.
Yes.
wow.
Ooh.
Okay, okay. All right, so yeah, they like have you ever been like working or doing something and you are just so out of it that it's just kind of like and then you realize that you weren't necessarily asleep, but there's stuff going on around you that you're just like, when did that happen?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That is the kind of reaction and like expression that you get from this person as they like realize that you are there. Uh, hi,
Sorry.
how are you doing? Yeah, hi.
I'm good. How are you?
Uh, long travel. Yeah. Uh, can I help you?
Um, I mean, since you offered, uh, I was wondering, are you heading to Polyerna?
We're in Polyerna, but I'm heading to the main city. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So do you know what's going on with the Eastern Road?
It's probably road black. I'm not sure. I don't really travel along it much. We mostly just then like uncovers something, pulls out a wrapped bundle and like reveals it, and it looks to be dried preserved peppers. We
Ooh.
just travel from where we are and like the packs to trade and then come back. That's what we do.
Oh, okay. I see. I see. And then Fong is gonna turn back towards Baron and Kale and say, I don't think they know anything about it.
I know
Hi.
about the peppers, but I would recognize what they are at
Oh,
least.
yeah.
Do you want
Exactly what you
some?
think they. Yeah, exactly what you think they are.
Mhm.
But yeah. No, we don't really travel on the East Road.
Hmm.
Have you heard something about it? I mean, it's
Well,
the East
we
Road, and then like makes that same signal that you guys had seen a couple people in the city do.
Huh.
I feel like I speak up. It's like, well, it's just that we saw the Agricari caravan come traveling this road, and I'm from up north, and just thought it was a little strange that they were taking this road instead of the east road. So I figured,
Yeah. They passed us a little earlier on, I think. they were heading from something a little further upriver. Not sure. Not really, not really friendly folk.
Ah.
But yeah, we saw them. We saw them at the places to stay. I wouldn't really call it much of an inn, but at the hostel that's in the settlement up north, up by kind of north, just a little further on. Um, mm, Mostly kept to themselves, but heard that they had come in previous night from some sort of meeting further on north. Not sure what it was. Didn't really care ourselves.
So probably just doing some business then, nothing to really worry about.
I mean, I'd guess, yeah. You know how them folk are.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, their leather's a little too rich for my blood, but you know.
It's nice I got to touch some once.
Oh, oh, so lucky.
What was it
Yeah.
like?
Very soft. Like, you know how cotton sometimes catches and linen uh, feels a little bit smoother, but it has those little pokey bits sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Didn't have any of that. It was
Oh,
it was like petting a rabbit.
I love rabbits.
Yeah, it was very
Baron,
soft.
would it be odd if we asked them if they've heard any news of the grandmother?
Right. Y'all when you were up there, you hadn't happened to heard any rumors about the grandmother, have you?
Mm. And because I rolled a nat fucking 20, you don't have to roll again on that. Uh,
Sick.
Man, I think I might have heard something about her being around maybe a week ago. Not sure which direction she went in.
Was she at least in the up in the settlement area potentially a
Yeah,
week ago? All right, so we're
uh,
heading
something about a blessing after the festival.
Hmm.
the festival. Oh yeah, that's right. It's festival time, isn't it?
Yeah, we had just had midsummer. You guys don't know what date it is? It's
I've lost track of time. You see, this is my first time really like traveling, so
you're on the road,
I've
yeah.
just kind of yeah.
Yeah, on the road, yeah. But yeah, uh, she was up there about a week ago, I think. I don't know. And it's just rumors or something that I heard people talking about during dinner. Um, but I think she was there, something about a blessing or something. I mean, I saw her ties there, so she had to have been there somewhere.
Her ties? What do they look like?
Like tied yarn and thread.
Oh, hmm. Have to watch for those. Thank you.
Yeah. Is your hair made out of leaves?
Yes.
Your hair is made out. And you got. Are those gestures to his head decorations? You
No, not
assume that he means your
particularly.
horns?
Yeah, I mean, they are sort of decorative, but they're not. I didn't put a branch on my head, is that is what you're asking.
All right. Well, if that ain't just the strangest thing I ever saw.
Above
Uh,
table, does Varen recognize like the hand gestures that they have made?
Yeah, it was the same warding symbol that you're used to saying
Okay.
because it's the eastern road, so it heads
Hmm.
east towards the mountains that no one wants to
Hmm.
cross. And now he's just like has stopped the pack beast and is just staring at Kale. So did you like come out of the woods somewhere?
That is a interesting question. On one hand, you could say that that's where I came out of, but on the other hand, I'm just from Icenbridge. I actually lived in a cave most of my life.
You lived in a cave. Are you a good plant person or a bad plant person?
Just a person.
I
Make a
feel like at
social
this
interaction roll.
Yeah.
Kale specifically.
All right.
Basically to convince him that you are not an evil spirit.
8.
8.
There's something magic-y going on with me. It's weird.
I
Yeah.
feel like at this point I've slapped Kale on the shoulder and I go, well, I think Kale is a mighty fine plant person, to be fair.
I do try to be good,
Right.
but I'm not especially planty.
Like reaches into something at his belt and then just tries to and fails to be subtle at handing it off to Fong before starting to kick the beast back into gear. We're gonna get going.
All right, well, safe travels.
Makes the hand gesture again, and like they are moving a lot faster than when you had initially seen them. Fong,
Cool.
did you take the thing that he was trying to give
Yeah.
to you? Okay.
Yeah, free stuff. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
It seems to be some sort of woven reed bracelet of some kind.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Thank you. I'll put it on.
take care on the road. There are
It's a little
some dangerous beasts about.
it's a little scratchy, but you're able to like get it on and it'll probably basically wear in over time.
Nice.
Great. I will cherish it always.
Yeah. Um, Varen, if you see Fong putting it on, you recognize it as a commonly worn, like, warding or protection, like, hand-woven item.
I was about to say I would definitely recognize it, and I just go, oh, how sweet! They thought that you needed some extra protection. That is so sweet of them.
Oh, awesome.
Not making the connection that I'm used to the one being weird, and I thought that was a very pleasant interaction.
Yeah, they were very distracted by the dragon person with
Hmm.
leaves and branches on their head.
I'm used to the one getting all the questions, so I thought
Exactly.
they were just so nice that
Yeah,
they were just
yeah,
so nice to
they
me.
have never seen anything like Kale before. Um, but yeah,
There,
so
that seemed odd to me. Are they particularly scared of plant people here?
I'm not sure if I would necessarily say scared of plant people specifically, but let's just say that the people here kind of like they kind of get set in their ways. There's no we're quiet folk up here. We work hard,
Right.
we do our trading, and not much else really goes on.
Mm.
Well, I don't want to scare anyone on the road, so maybe I'll look for a hat or something in the next town we pass through.
Perhaps that is,
I think the horns could be part of the hat.
maybe like a head wrap or a turban or something.
Yes, yes. I had one I wore in Icenbridge, and it was very scratchy, but I could make it work.
um, Which you got the occasional odd look in Polyarna proper, but you remember that when someone reacted to you strongly in the research center that you guys went to, the pseudo library, that it had been like reverent as opposed to scared. Um, so it depends on the person. Um, but yeah, you guys just continue on, I guess.
I guess we press
Yeah,
on.
yeah. That was just like a
Um,
fun little.
Yeah, and Varen, you would have recognized the pack creatures as like kind of large mules, sort of like if mules had been bred from Clydesdales as opposed to like regular
Mhm.
trail horses. So big, stubborn, incredibly intelligent, um, but tend to be mean to those who they are not familiar with. And they're fairly common across Polyarna. Much more useful and more intelligent than horses.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it's probably another half day to day of walking before you guys reach there. Not a lot is going to happen. You'll pass a couple of other people on the road. There's not really much of a bandit issue around here to be concerned with. Um, it being the road, you will also occasionally see like what seems to be a little house or cottage off the road by a distance, and it's probably either a farm or ranch that's just separated itself a bit from where the established settlements are. But common enough, at least to Varen, where it's just not unusual to have seen that. Um, but yeah, you guys would continue traveling. Or
I'll
maybe
keep an eye out for any markings of the grandmother, these little yarn ribbons or whatever they
give me a
described.
perception check.
All right, I am skilled at this. But I only rolled a 7, so I'm rolling a lot of 7s tonight.
Yeah. Matt's taking all your good rolls. Um, but yeah,
Luck
it's
is on their side.
it's peaceful. There's not a lot of things for you to find them on, since it is mostly open, open rolling plains and the road. But not really any signs immediately. Um, give me another intellect check.
All of us or just me?
Elena specifically.
All right. That's another 7. I need to
Oh,
roll
that's
better.
weird.
I did forget to ask, what are Fong's lucky and unlucky rolls today?
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, I haven't.
You haven't changed to them?
I hadn't set those yet. I
Okay.
got too caught up.
Okay, okay. So
And
I'm
them
just like,
Freds.
at least, or so it could it could be a good thing if Fong is like rolling a bunch of these, but we don't know what the roll is. So
Lucky number 7.
no.
But not for me.
Yeah. Um. Right.
See,
Well,
I
I
can roll
will
like
let you set that.
2d20 and send you the rolls in chat if you want.
You're rolling. Oh,
Sure.
for Fong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please
Okay.
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crowdsource those
Assign.
lucky and unlucky numbers.
Oh, that was weird. Okay, I will send those to you in. That was a 4 and a 2, so feel free to assign either one of those as.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think I'm allowed to take the 2 because I think it has to be at least 3, and then the
Okay.
maximum is
How about
16.
how about a 14 then? A 4
Okay.
and 14.
Okay.
All right.
Get those fours in.
Yes.
But yeah, cool. So yeah, you're just not noticing a lot. This is not an environment that you're super familiar with, Kale. Um, because originally it was Deep View, which is the caves and the underground and mushrooms and like the beautiful glowing worms that hang from the ceilings there and bioluminescent algae and things like that. And then it was like the grain belt of Ice and Bridge, which is carefully manicured clover and grass and planted flowers and trees. And then the grove that grew, which is beautiful forestry, but forest. And then open water. Lots of open water. Not really plains and farmland. It almost feels like you should be seeing or sensing something, but it's just not there because it's just open.
Right, yeah.
So that same sense of loneliness kind of hits you again.
Yep.
Because
Someone who's not used to the prairies, traveling across the prairies for the first time,
yeah,
just sees emptiness.
yeah, and one of the people that would really have understood it would have probably also been Sybil, who had never been out of Ice and Bridge before. At least not before you guys traveled out together, also on the water. But the day winds to a close, and you can faintly see in the distance probably a couple more hours travel. So if you would like to just travel into the night, you can. Um, Lights that indicate the settlement of whatever is a little further ahead, but it's like on the horizon in the distance. So it's definitely going to be a couple of hours to get there.
Varen, we'll leave this one up to you, perhaps. Is this the sort of place where if we came in after dark, they would be suspicious of us?
I'm not necessarily going to say suspicious, but they would definitely give us a little bit of a side eye. But well, I don't see anything wrong with at least going to try to stay with them for a few hours.
All right. The thought of a proper bed and a warm breakfast for everyone does seem rather appealing.
I mean, corn is corn at this point in the road as well. So corn is corn at this point as well, according to the
Okay.
guidance.
Thank you very much, Caption.
Corn is corn.
They always
Corn is
do
corn.
such a great job, don't they?
Yep.
Jesus.
When the accent's a little too thick.
It's corn.
We go and
It's
try to
got
pay
the
for an
juice.
inn with corn.
It's got we got the juice, is what I'm
It,
saying.
it got the juice. But yeah, so you guys decide to press on into the evening and instead of camping, or are you going to
I feel like
camp and come in
we're
the morning?
we're close enough that
Okay.
you know
All right. So
that's how I feel.
you
Hmm.
continue on. Um, Kale, I'm going to guess that you are leading since you are the one with night sight
Yeah.
and will be able to track more easily where is road versus veering onto like open field. And especially as you get closer, it will become like open planted fields that you would potentially be infringing
Stomping
upon.
through. Yeah. We don't
Yeah.
want to stomp through somebody's crops.
Okay. So give me another perception check. This one for at night. You are not hindered. The other two are. So the two of you can
Cool.
also roll if you would like. But
I'm gonna put
Kale
some
at
effort
least
on
is
this
leading.
and hope I
Okay.
don't roll a 7. That's a 15. That
15.
is not a 7.
Finally. Finally.
God.
Yeah, so you are fairly easily able to discern road from field. So despite the fact that for the most part this is a packed dirt road as opposed to cobbled or paved in any way because it's just stretching across land, you are able to fairly easily discern the difference between road, the offset of the road that is for like runoff and such, and the start of what seems to be a couple of fallow fields
Huh.
originally, which is why there was a little bit of confusion. And then you see what seems to be like more organized planting, which indicates that it might be crops. You're not sure what they are, but crops of some kind. You also see things, ethereal things, weaving through them as you guys walk.
Oh. Um, Varen, is that normal around here? Point to something off in the dark.
Farron, do you have any special sights?
I don't know if I have special sights, but I do have a sense for the supernatural.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and make a roll. Did you make a perception roll?
I did. My perception roll was a 4.
Okay. The perception roll would kind of count for this.
Mm-hmm.
You're not sure what kale means. It's dark and it feels like a normal
Yeah.
series of fields to you.
Yeah, I have supernatural. I am specialized in the supernatural knowledge.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
so I guess I feel like I would ask Kale, I was like, what is it looking like for you?
I imagine there's sort of translucent, wispy things out there.
Yeah. Sort
Yeah.
of like, do you remember when you guys fought / encountered the Will-o'-the-Wisps in the first campaign?
Yep.
Instead of being like formed into glowing balls of colored light, these are a lot more translucent and seem to be spread out like sort of like swirls of energy as opposed
Huh.
to formed into an orb. Um, but
Right.
they are, as far as you can tell, possibly different colors, but with it being nighttime and you not being directly in front of them,
Yeah.
night sight is somewhat grayscale.
Are they roughly human-sized or small?
Kind of human sized, some of them are smaller.
All right.
You see, probably as you guys continue wandering, 5, then 10 or more.
I thought I saw someone standing out in the field, but now that I look at it, there's a lot of, well, there's several of them, and they're sort of see-through and sort of wispy, like little magical vortex swirls.
Above table, would Varen know what this is? Based off the description that Kale just gave.
That I will let you make a roll for.
Okay.
I'm thinking it's ghosties.
That is a 3, so I'm gonna retire that dice
God.
for the
3. You're not sure. You know that some people have superstition
Mhm.
about like spirits that either live within or among their farms and plants or the land that they tend to. You're not sure what they're supposed to look like, how they behave. You are also not sure if it's just that there are a lot more ghosts now, because Kale has also been able to see ghosts, especially with, magic
Mhm.
being prevalent.
Real.
So it could be either.
So I feel like I relay that sort of vague answer to Kale. Just be like, I don't know if it's necessarily anything malicious, but there are a lot of superstitions in the area. So that's one of the things that's kind of one of the reasons why we do our midsummer festival is to, protect
Right.
the crops. So I don't know if these are the things that are protecting them or if it's just things that we gotta be cautious against, but I would just kind of keep an eye
Well,
on them.
yes, I'm not going to try and touch any of them, I don't think. We ran into something like this in Iron Bridge, and it was very bad to touch them.
Yeah, I don't know if I would necessarily touch them either if I could see them, but
If I see any in our path, I'll let you know and warn you around them.
I think that's probably for the best.
Fong, what was your perception if you decided to roll one? I don't know if you decided to roll one or if you're just trusting in Kale to lead you.
I'm trusting in Kale.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, yeah. Um, But if you just continue on, you'll see them occasionally disappear and then reappear among the crops as you travel. They don't ever seem to get close to the buildings.
Oh,
And they don't get close to the road. Um, but eventually, you would see a couple collections of buildings that grow into a couple more and then a couple more. And it's a very small town or settlement, um, the equivalent of a block or so, comparative to the massiveness of Polyerna and Polyerna City and Bison Bridge City. Um, Similar to some of the coastal towns that you guys had traveled to, though not even as big as the one where you found Fang. There's a couple of lights on. It's still early enough in the evening to where you see some activity behind windows. Initially, you don't see any signs indicating like public buildings until you get to the larger collection of buildings along the road. Um, you see a shop obviously closed, and then what seems to be an inn that is also fairly obviously closed. A very, very large building towards the other end of the collection of buildings looks like some sort of cross between a barn and a warehouse. Its doors are open, though, and there seems to be light within. So, do you try the obviously closed inn and tavern, or do you try the open building? Or one of the others. I don't know what you guys are going to do. You may be chaos.
leave it up to Varen, I think. You're the local.
So you said that the tavern looks closed at this point.
Yeah.
So she is unnerving. So I feel like I'm at least gonna knock before I like just like kind of peek my head into like the obviously open thing and just kind of call out, "Hello, is anyone here?"
Uh, so approaching the large warehouse barn,
Warehouse. Yeah.
like knocking and looking in,
Uh-huh.
you see what seems to be a counter of some kind, along with a large number of fairly large stalls, that each have gates in front of them, stairs that lead to an upper section. And there's a very like bored and sleepy person just kind of on the counter with what seems to be stew in front of them. Hi, hi. Can I help you? Hi,
Hi,
yes, welcome.
yeah,
Yeah.
hello. We were just traveling through and noticed that I think that the tavern's closed. So this place looked open. Just kind of curious to see.
Oh, yeah. They had a fire a little bit ago.
Uh
Kind of charred up a couple of their rooms, and they only have like three. So we are accepting people here. Um,
oh,
that they serve food in during the day, but no night rooms and stuff. Hi, how we've got space up in the loft. It's not really beds, but we've got space up in the
well,
loft.
we have some of our own camping gear, so I'm sure we can make it cozy up there.
Yeah, it's just 3 clip a night per person,
All right.
but we can make sure that you know you guys leave each other alone up there. Nothing's gonna bother you from down here.
All right.
Sounds good. And I kind of I motion for everyone else to come
Pay
in
up.
and yeah, pay up.
Yeah.
All right. They also deliver a couple pots of stew over this way in case anyone uses it. I think some of it might still be warm. It's been
Oh,
a
lovely.
couple of hours.
Hmm.
All right. So some stew, and I think we just a minute. like goes underneath the counter and starts rifling around. Oh, we do have some. I don't know, this might be Billy's. Um, stands back up and puts what seems to be a previously opened bottle of what might be wine on the table. It is clay instead of glass,
Well,
and is just kind of stoppered.
Yep.
And like rifles around even more to try and find some bowls to put the stew in, and brings out a fairly large cast iron pot that he has to like hug to get up onto the counter, and like struggles a little bit because he is probably, I don't know, a half head taller than Kale, and very obviously some random farmer's son that pulled this shift.
yeah.
So struggles to get it up on, heavier than a goat, and then sets it down, slops some into 3 bowls. It's a little messy, and you're gonna have to have your own cups. Do you have cups?
Oh yes. Kale, like out of nowhere, there are little metal cups.
Pours you some, um, and just from the smell, you can tell that it's some sort of port rather than like a true wine. So it's been fortified so that it can be a little bit more shelf stable.
Um, do you have to stay up all night?
Oh, just until next shift comes. My older brother should be coming along sometime towards midnight.
Ah, right. Would you
He's
want
he's
to
a
join us for a cup of tea? I could.
he's a beefy sort. You don't need to worry about anything when he gets here.
Right. But I can offer you some tea if you would like to, something to perk you up a little bit until the end of your shift.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm tired enough that like that leafy stuff might make me sleepy.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, thank you.
No. Doesn't seem to be looking directly at you guys, and is just kind of drowsily just going about
He's on
everything.
autopilot at
So
this point.
Yeah.
has not registered what you look like at all.
No.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the tavern here, he said, had a little bit of a fire.
Yeah, someone knocked over a candle.
Okay, so it's just a little oopsie daisy. There's
Oh
nothing to worry
yeah,
about.
it wasn't big. They didn't even have to like build up the walls again or anything. It's just a little bit smoky and some charred, and they've got to fix up the beds and everything. And they only had 3 spare rooms, and they were a little, how those rooms get. Um, so it's not
Right,
a big
right.
deal.
All right.
But
Well,
the
that's
the
good.
the hay
That's
is
good to know.
fresh. The hay is fresh up there, so you don't need to worry about any of that type stuff anyway. No open flames though, please.
Yes.
Not a worry.
Like looks up finally and like kind of squints and like looks at you guys. No open flames, please. Just letting it
Yeah.
pass. It's late. He doesn't care.
We paid up already. We seem
Yep.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
We're not complaining.
it's like 11 at night.
hmm
Yeah.
And
Which
he's
for
just
a
like,
farmer,
I
you have
am
to
at
get
the
up
end of
before the
he is
dawn.
at the end of his shift after a long day in the fields
Yeah.
additionally. So he's just like, I'm done. I don't care at this point.
Let's
All right.
eat up
So
and go to
yeah, so
bed.
there's we rigged up some stairs to make it easier to get up to the loft and everything, so you don't have to go climbing any ladders or anything. Um, I think there's only like one other group up there that's on route from one of the other settlements a little bit further along the river. They're probably asleep by now, but didn't seem like the troubling sort. You guys aren't the
Well,
troubling sort, right?
no.
No.
All right.
We'll try to settle in quietly so we don't wake them.
All right. Which way you come in from?
We were coming in from the big city
All right.
heading north.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah, a lot of people travel down there for the festivals.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you have a good night. Enjoy your stew. Sorry it's not any warmer than it is. Yeah.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Yeah,
Looks
I
at
feel like
looks at the jug, sniffs it. Yeah, that's definitely Billy's. Sets it back down under the counter.
yeah, I feel like now we just settle in for the night, be quiet as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take watch, or are you going to all sleep since you are in a building?
How does the other group look?
It looks like a couple of farmers, like a
Oh,
couple of them are a little bit more burly than the others, and are probably more along the lines of farmhands. But yeah, they look like your average agricultural folk that are traveling possibly to sell stuff.
we're the biggest worry in this building.
Yes, very much so.
He did say his brother was pretty big, so you
That's
know,
true. I
I
think
don't
we can
think we're
probably
gonna.
sleep.
Yeah. All right, so you guys settle in for the night,
Mhm.
make nice comfy beds in the hay. It was like wood picket gate, but you did get to see as you passed the gates that there were like storage stalls, as there would be in a barn or warehouse. That one of them did have some pack beasts in it, but a couple of the others seemed to be storing a variety of boxes and bags and probably some goods that are either property of the town or with the people that are upstairs. You didn't happen to be carrying a lot with you, so they didn't offer to try and have you store your stuff securely. Um, but night's peaceful. You sleep well. It's actually fairly comfortable. You have that really nice scent of fresh hay and earth and uh, like vegetables and everything that are downstairs. Um, it's very nice, actually. Um,
We actually sleep uninterrupted.
yeah,
We got 2 10 hours in a row, which is
Dang, which has
unprecedented.
yeah. No interruptions, no creatures trying to scare you
How
in the night, no sudden appearances of anything,
crazy.
no like strange dream episodes where I like throw you guys into some sort of weird interpretation. Yeah.
This is the episode where we catch up on sleep.
Yeah.
the
It's
rest episode.
it's
Yeah.
totally not
Some
anything
people
to
have a
worry
beach
about. I'm
episode.
not
We have a
preparing you for.
tavern episode.
No, no, we're good.
No. Hey, you were at the beach. You guys didn't stick around for a beach episode.
No, it's true.
Yeah, yeah.
We just left.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's a nice evening. You wake to a beautiful sunny day and the obvious sounds of people active and doing a shit ton of things outside and even downstairs. Um, you guys are probably waking much later than the others did, so you can hear them seeming to like get packed up and like getting their things ready, which is a loud process.
Yeah, if we're getting our full 10 hours, we're not getting up to like 9, which I'm
Yeah.
sure the farmers have been up for hours at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah, so they've already had breakfast and they are piling stuff onto, if you look over the edge, um, a large cart that each cart or that the cart is pulled by one of those mule type creatures. Um, again, murmuring to each other, strapping stuff in. The mule tries to kick someone, they smack it, settles down.
So it's just typical Polyurban countryside side.
Yeah, like, and it's not like a hard injuring hit, it's a stop that type of smack.
Yeah.
Um, on the side that it tried to kick someone. Um,
Oh, oh, that was a delightful sleep, actually.
you have hay all up in the
Oh, yeah.
leaves.
Oh, yes.
All up in those leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Did you sleep well?
Oh, I slept like a log actually. This was so comfortable. Reminds me of home.
That's nice. Hmm.
Shall we get ourselves fed and then on the road again?
Yes, we might as well try to see if anyone has spotted Grandma anytime.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys go down, pass by the others that, even while packing up, give you a couple of strange looks, but one of them has very obvious, like strange coloration to their skin that is a hint that they have also encountered changes since the start of the whole magical thing. And I think because Kale is with Val and considered specialized, without rolling, you can notice that he also has webbed fingers as he's putting
Oh,
stuff up.
oh, cool.
So, like, some sort of strange, like, mottled brownish green coloration to him that you're not sure what it is. Um, but yeah, they give you kind of the side eye, but don't say anything. Varen, oddly to you, none of those strange, like, hand gestures of, like, warding or protection. Um, the guy that's at the counter this time just kind of gives you a nod. He is Jack's size. Tall, burly, with, like, muscles bulging to where the shirt is tight.
This man throws hay bales and wrestles cows for a living.
Yes, very, very much so. With, like, this messy mop of black hair, um, and just kind of nods to you. Uh, Probably was told about you guys from the
Yeah.
previous shift. But yeah, where are you guys
Good morning.
heading? How you doing?
Good, good. Do you know a good place around here for breakfast?
Well, the only place for breakfast is the tavern.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right. Can I touch your horns?
I suppose. Like incline my head over.
Like, just a single finger that shakes a little bit, and then, like, oh, they are real. All right.
Yes.
That's a little weird, but it's still kind of cool.
They do make sleeping a little difficult sometimes. Find the
Yeah,
right
you gotta
spot.
you gotta like sleep on your face, right?
Or on your arms.
Yeah. I think Mom might be able to make a special pillow for you or something if you want. Um, she takes commissions. Uh, like, doesn't even introduce himself. Like, sees the potential issue, and just like, fourth ranch home down the road, bit north of here.
All
Just
right.
yeah, like knock on the door, say that you're there for a commission, ask for Millie. Yeah,
Melanie. All right. And what was your name?
Billy.
Billy. Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Mom and Dad thought that it was, funny.
Oh, my family shares the same sense of humor. My mom's name is Karen, and I'm Baron. Nice to meet you.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
And he chuckles, and it's like this really quiet, like gentle for such a huge guy. But yeah.
What are you drinking?
All right, now I'm drinking water.
Okay. What might you have been drinking last night?
Yeah. Calvin said that he gave you some of that. It's just some port. I got one of the merchants that passes through sometimes.
Okay. Okay. All right.
It's all right. I don't mind.
Hey, I appreciate it. It was nice.
Yeah. We don't make a lot of wine here. I mean, that's a Venia thing, but that one I think was made from blackberries.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, okay.
It's a little
Okay.
tart, right? Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, well, thank you for your hospitality.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind working here overnight. It means that I don't have to do too much out in the field.
Hmm,
Yeah,
fair enough.
it gets really hot during the day.
I
I'd
bet.
imagine.
Yeah. And he's just like this very gentle but massive person. It's just kind of
Yep.
like, eh,
I've met a few
like
of those in my day.
sleepy eye. Yeah, sleepy eyes, big smile.
Yeah. Right. Well, breakfast, and then maybe I'll inquire about a pillow.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they got some sort of like fish special going on. I know they told me, but I wasn't paying attention. Um, and then their normal like breakfast platter. That's what I usually get when I'm in there.
And I smell knowingly, just knowing how much food is in that breakfast.
Yeah, it's for Farron's purpose, like an entire personal skillet of roast vegetables,
Yeah.
half of some sort of game animal, typically a fowl or rabbit of some kind, um, and then like a plate of eggs and a half loaf of bread.
As working in
Baroness
a
should not
field
be
trade.
as lithe as they are, honestly. like she got teased a lot for how skinny she ended up in her family. So, but there's
Yeah. But yeah, so you guys, I'm guessing, go to the tavern. It is not very busy at this time of the morning because most people are off working and doing their things. And you do see some activity. It is a fairly small town, so a lot of people would be working out in their farms and fields and whatnot. But you do see some activity and people passing around and like doing some sort of trade. And there are couple of small shops, but not a lot, simply because they don't get enough traffic to make it necessary. But the tavern, while it does have that lingering hint of like this place has been on fire in the recent past, so there's a little bit of that charcoaly smoke smell to it. It's mingled with the smell of very heavily seasoned but well-made food.
Nice.
Like very heavily seasoned. You get one whiff that does make your eyes water.
I cannot wait to order because it's been a while since I had my delicious peppers.
Oh yeah.
We love our peppers in this area, and I started listing off all the facts I know about peppers to anyone who will listen.
Which Kale did do some import of herbs and
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
seasonings and whatnot because that was one of the major import exports of Ice and Bridge, and Kale was in the tea business and had
Mhm.
made food. And you recognize several of them. Some of them are very specialized and don't export well, they don't travel well. Um, but you vaguely remember that, oh yeah, that's that's where that one came from. And
Right. Right. Oh, the
it's
peppers of Polyurna, they're famous.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's a
No,
thing.
actually, it's kale is a rapt audience. They're very into plants
Mhm.
and herbology generally. So they're like picking your brain about which peppers don't travel well outside of
Yeah.
Polyerna. And they're like, oh,
And
note
I'm
that down. I do want to try those while we're here.
I just go, so everyone thinks that they're actually two different types of peppers, but it's actually just the same pepper, but just there some of them are picked earlier than others. And this pepper, if it's this color, it means it was picked a little bit earlier, but that's when it's going to be that spiciest, honestly. So I'm just going off and off.
Yeah, the yellow ones have that distinctive floral note that they don't travel well because they're not quite ripe, but I would love to try one.
Yes.
So, like, you're inundated with
Yeah.
pepper knowledge,
Mhm.
Fong.
We're just talking peppers.
But yeah, and they will very happily serve you. It is not expensive. Like, it is super cheap, just like the stay at the
Mhm.
barn essentially
Yeah.
was as well. Um, do you order the fish special or do you order the platter? Because those are essentially your options at this time of morning.
What kind of Fawn would ask, what kind of fish is in the fish special?
It's one of them river fish that get caught and brought in, net caught, so none of those like gashes that fishing with a hook might be. And it is prepared whole, though we do gut it obviously and take off a lot of the scales so that you're not going to get them in your teeth. Um, and it is stuffed with a variety of very local peppers that you can only get around here. We have bred some of our special own, a variety of tubers and some sweet grasses and other things that
Okay.
really bring out the aroma. And it is rubbed with special blend of spices that my grandma came up with.
Yeah, I'll have that then.
All
It's
right.
been a while.
And it's essentially a whole roast trout. Um, so like it is a massive fish.
Nice.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is a massive fish that is gutted and stuffed with a variety of like vegetables and greens, and then is like oiled and rubbed with fairly hot spices.
Excellent.
I
Like
don't want
hot
to be a
spices.
bother, but could I get the fish plate but without the fish? I'm particularly interested in just trying the selection of fresh vegetables that you have.
Um, yeah, we can do that.
Oh,
Think
lovely.
that's
Thank you.
do you not
And if
eat
you have,
meat? All right. Well,
yes.
looks you over. Okay. All right.
And if you
So,
have any tea, I'd have a cup of that as well.
oh yeah, we got some really nice raspberry
Oh,
and
good for
I
digestive issues.
and I think we got some from I know it sounds strange, but some of the tall grasses that
Ooh,
are farmed over where the water is.
may
It's
I
a
have
little
some of that? I haven't
yeah
tried it before.
yeah it's a little strange to people who haven't had it before, but you know, tea can be like that
Darling,
sometimes.
I am a connoisseur of teas. I am delighted to try anything I haven't tried before.
Okay, all right, and you like squints a little bit at Varen.
Oh,
One of the
I'll
tattoos
have
moves slightly, and
I'm excited. I'm just like I would
yeah,
love to have that platter of yours, the breakfast platter.
all right, yeah, okay. Um, I'll be back. Um, takes a little bit because
It's a lot
it's
of food.
essentially going to uh the equivalent of a hometown Denny's
And
in the
putting in
middle of the
special orders.
morning. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they only serve two things, but it's also that they're not just going to have it ready like they would with stew. The stew isn't ready yet. Uh, It takes the majority of the day to cook it down.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, so eventually she does come out and she's got a huge tray balanced halfway along one arm and then a plate like balanced on the hand. somehow managing to balance them both while also having a like couple of plates balanced on the other. And it is almost like you paid for a street act to watch the maneuvering that it takes, because each will take up like this much of the table.
It's a
But
Wow.
hearty
yeah,
breakfast.
yeah, we've got the trout, and it is again a plate that can fit a large fish on it. And there's a bunch of like greens and vegetables that are around it as well. And then like the full plate of just the greens and vegetables that you had wanted. And then 2 plates worth for Varen. Comes back, carefully like slides each onto the table. I'll be back with the rest, dear. And then wanders off again.
The rest.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. But yeah, so like the spices smell sweet and savory at the same time as burning your eyes.
Nice. Good.
But comes back a couple of minutes later with the pot of steaming tea, as well as 2 more plates, smaller this time, uh, balanced the eggs, and one that seems to be just a vaguely bowl plate shape that is holding what seems to be a half loaf of bread.
Ooh.
Sets those down. All right. Thank you very much. Just let me know if you need anything. We
Yeah,
start serving. We start serving ales and such after midday.
yeah, I actually had a couple of questions. I know Midsummer just happened. You don't happen to have seen Grandma recently, have you?
My grandma.
No, like the grandmother.
Oh, um, yeah. I think she was in town actually. Um,
Shit.
she passed through. I don't remember which family it was that needed something, but she just kind of appeared the way that she does and walked up to them, and they were relieved, even though she just kind of appeared the way that she does. She showed up in town. Um, did something off on their farm. I think it might have been the was it the Tillers? Was it Weavers? I think it might have been the Weaver family, um, off at the end of the road. And then she did her thing. And they tossed a couple of things off on the bonfire as well. But she kept to herself mostly.
Could you give us directions to that farm? I'd be very interested to see what blessings were left.
Yeah. If you then like describes going out and like a bunch of hand gestures as opposed to being able to name streets.
Yeah. You
But
got to
it's
go
like
up to
this way,
there's the
like
that clump of
meditate.
grass
Yeah.
by Old Man
Um,
Wilson's place, but Old Man Wilson's been dead for 20 years. But
yeah.
we still
It
call it Old Man
is
Wilson's
it is
house.
a 10-minute
Yeah,
explanation.
yeah. Yeah.
It is a 10-minute explanation that you catch most of.
Yeah. All right. I will remember that
Yeah.
and thank her soundly, and then we'll tuck into some delicious vegetables.
Yeah. And yeah, it is very well seasoned, very well roasted, because they are just that's what they do. And all of them were fresh prior to being made. Uh, so it
Ooh,
is
yum.
a lot of food. but it is very good food and very hearty. Um, the bread is a beautiful, beautiful, dark, deep bread. Kind of dense, but still nice and like almost nutty. But yeah, good food. And I reiterate, a lot of it, enough to where you could probably, if you figure out how, bring some with you.
Yeah. If we're not getting through that loaf of bread, it's coming with us for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So don't know how you intend to bring it with you, but if you can figure out how, you probably have lunch at least.
Wrap
Nice.
it in a cloth.
Yeah.
I'll wrap it in a cloth and put it in my teapot.
Yeah, you
Oh,
probably have like waxed cloths from like storing
Probably.
things, so
Mm-hmm.
you'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's good food, very hearty breakfast. You got the equivalent of a slightly grassier lemongrass tea.
Ooh, nice.
So it's not quite lemongrass, but it's close. Um, and
Good breakfast tea. Good for the morning.
yeah,
Invigorating.
yeah. But yeah, so it's kind of got that oddly grassy quality to it that you don't expect, like sort of like lemongrass and wheatgrass mixed together.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um, which is odd to some people, but some people like it, and it can be very refreshing and wake you up. Um, it was entirely unsweetened as well.
Oh no, I'm sure. Yeah. I would have been
Um,
offended if it had sugar in it.
so as you finish up your breakfast that made everyone at this TTRPG table hungry, um, I'm assuming that you guys go searching for the Weaver's residence, or do you decide to go down the road and commission a pillow for Kale?
Whichever one is closer.
Uh, equidistant, just different
Okay.
directions.
So let's go to the Weavers first.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So it's less of taking a road because it's a walking path that becomes just walking through dirt and like prairie-ish. Um, to get to them, and then further walking to even get to where their buildings are because you've got to walk past all of their fields to get to them. So it takes maybe 30 minutes just to reach them. Um,
We need to
but
walk off our breakfast, so
yeah, as you walk, uh, because there is some fencing, you notice the occasional like tied bit of yarn or string around some of it. Different colors. Are you going to inspect those, or are you just kind of noticing that they're there?
no, the first one Kale sees, they're gonna go up and take a really, really good close look at because they suspect there's something magic-y going on.
Okay. Go ahead and give it a check.
All right. I am good at identifying.
Okay.
14.
14. There's definitely something magic-y going on. Um, initially, it seems almost like it has been tangled in a knot around the fencing, and then you see or sense more than see that the intricacy of the knotting is very deliberate.
Hmm.
Like the way that it was tied and the way that it's knotted was done in a very specific way for some sort of purpose. And you can almost sense the energy coming off of it.
Oh. So Kale's like looking like inches away from this bit of tangled yarn on the fence post. And like, oh, that's something powerful tied into this. Varen, you said you've met the grandmother before, yes?
I have, yes.
What is she like?
Let me pull up my notes on her real second. A lot of people, you know, are a little bit unnerved by her.
Options.
No, that is not what I meant.
Oh,
uh,
the captions are
Captions are randy today.
I
Damn.
know, man. Okay, so yeah, a lot of people are unnerved by her. You know, she is they are unnerved by her unit, according to according to the captions just now. You know, she has an aura about her. I guess if I had to say, I found her to be very lovely, and she actually gave me a gift when I saw her.
lovely.
You will know her because she carries around a basket, a woven basket that's just full of all kinds of cloths
Right.
and strings and yarns and
Well, I had been expecting someone with a fairly powerful aura of magic around them, but
yes,
this confirms it. Wave to the little bits of yarn. There's definitely something strong bound into these.
yes, exactly. Like I said, a lot of people are unnerved by her, but I don't think they're necessarily scared. But you know, there's just we kind of know that she is someone to be respected.
Right.
And she always seems to know when you need help the most, which is always a little bit strange when she pops up in town. But you know, who are we to deny her visits?
And I suspect we will not find her, but she may find us if our need is great enough.
Perhaps she works in mysterious ways. You know, obviously, and like no one really knows where she goes or where she comes from. She shows up when you need her the most.
Right. Well, we've come this far. Let's carry on to the farm. I do want to see if I
Yeah.
can sense any other bits of magic lingering around here.
I love Matt's just like,
Yeah.
Man,
all right, so as you guys travel further towards the farm, let's go ahead and take a break because we've been going for
all
about
right.
2 hours. Yeah. So we will be back in a couple of minutes. Stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, get yourself some water, do all of the things, and we will see
Get
you
a
soon.
snack after all that food.
No,
Yes.
Yeah,
no.
I
definitely
need
a
a
snack.
breakfast platter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
that's good.
bye. Hi, and welcome. Over the break, a redeem for Mr. Twist Gets a Biscuit was made. So I have a very
Best
excited
boy.
puppy dog, and I'm trying to back up so that he can get in front of me and can actually be seen by the screen, by the camera. Yeah, there's like a boy. You know exactly what's going on.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Twitch
Woo!
chat says that you deserve stuff. Yeah, Twitch
He's
chat
like, I
says
sure
that you
do. I'm
deserve
so
stuff.
good.
Yeah, you do. That's a good boy, aren't you? All right, Bubbas. You're gonna have to jump up. Come on. All the
No.
way.
Oh.
You can do it. Come on.
Aww.
Come on, Bubbas. Jessica boy.
There we
Uh,
go.
Here's another one.
Yay.
Come on.
Oh,
Good
that
job.
was a great
Good
fight.
job, Bubbas. One more time. One more time. Come on.
No,
Good boy. Good
Aw.
job, buddy.
so
Good
good.
job.
So
Perfect.
polite.
Yes, you're such a good boy. Can I that's all that you get. You only get 3 of them, buddies. Can I please? I can't scoot back in yet.
Not there.
There we go. There we go. Okay, move your butt. I don't want to roll over your toes. Thank you. Good job, buddy. So let the camera settle back in. There we go. Autofocus. Yay. But yes, so we are back from break. Thank you so much. You had been heading to the Weaver Farm residence. So as you travel along, you do see the occasional like little tied off thread or yarn, and they all seem to be in the same color as you pass by. This kind of dull grayish purple that is probably from like basically weak dye on the yarn as it goes along. But you see several of them. If you bother to inspect them, Kale would recognize that it's the same knotting pattern each time. So
Okay.
while to most people it does resemble just a tangle, it is very intricately and specifically knotted in a very specific way. You don't know what it is or what it's for, though.
I
I
can
would
feel the
also,
power.
yeah, you can feel the power. I would also like to point out that one of your ears is like this and one
It
of your
is.
ears is like that. Okay.
I don't know how to fix it.
Okay. I didn't know if that was like something that just happened over break
Nope.
or that I
I
had
was
just not
trying to
noticed.
fix it on break, and it's just
Okay.
like that now.
All right, cool. Sorry. Didn't mean to point it out in that
Tail's
case.
just got a wonky
Everybody
ear.
ignored it. Everybody ignore it. I didn't say anything. But yeah, so as you get closer, you can see that looking around, it looks like their fields haven't been producing well. Like it doesn't look as like flourishing as the other farms around. Um, so as you're getting closer to the buildings, you see a bit better growth. But there's people out working. There's also what seems to be someone on the porch of their home. Um, are you going to try and intercept someone that is working in the field? Gentleman of some kind that seems to be kind of raking something over, or are you going to the building?
Honestly, we're weirdos. And I suspect that as soon as Kale sees that the plants are healthier towards the building, they're going to stop and like lean in towards some of the crops near the fence and try to talk to the plants.
Okay,
Because we do things normally.
give me a social interaction roll.
Yeah. I'm not going to put effort on this. That is a 12.
12. They don't really respond because they are, as far as you can
Plants.
tell, non-magical plants.
Yeah.
But you do get the general sense of relief from them,
Ah.
which is new. You have not encountered that other than the grove before.
Yeah, plants don't normally have relief,
Plants don't normally have emotion.
emotions. Huh. How curious. Right. And Kale does not elaborate. They squat down, they take a plant in their hand for like a minute and stare at it, and then they say, "Huh, curious," and they get up and keep walking towards the farmhouse.
Yes, curious indeed.
Everybody also continues on.
Yes.
Okay. Um, so yeah, like you did get like a glance in your direction when you guys stopped from the guy that's working a little further in with some basic, like, essentially gardening tools. Um, but since you are not hailing him or walking into the field, doesn't really say anything or do anything once you guys continue on. Um, the woman that is on the porch, and it is a fairly beautiful building. It's not just basic wooden ranch house. It's made from, as far as you can tell, clay with beautifully crafted windows. They're not necessarily glass. You're not sure what panes are made from, but they're all well designed. Not necessarily depicting pictures, but a not quite mosaic effect, sort of like
Hmm.
leaded glass instead of uh, it'll come to me. The stuff that's in the cathedrals.
Oh, like stained glass?
Stained glass. It's more
Yeah.
like a leaded glass effect rather than a stained
Mm.
glass effect, but without it having that kind of clarity of glass. It's hard to see through. Yeah, it's a very beautiful building. The woman that's sitting on the porch seems to be weaving something. There's a very large loom in front of her.
Good day. Hello. I will continue coming closer.
Um, Hi, how how can how can I help
Oh,
you?
hello.
Welcome, I suppose.
Yes, thank you. My companions and I had heard that you had a visit from the grandmother recently, and we are curious. We're looking for any information about her.
Oh,
Uh, we were directed to your way by the folks at the tavern, who said that you'd had a
uh,
visit from her recently.
yes. I hope you don't mind. Who exactly are you?
Oh, pardon me, my manners. I am Kale. I am a trader from Icenbridge, and these are my companions.
Hi,
But
I'm Varen. I'm from around here up north, actually.
okay.
Hi, I'm Fang, Chief Communications Officer.
All right. That's very nice. Uh, I'm Tabitha Weaver.
Oh, pleasure to meet you.
I suppose welcome to our home. Uh, like makes a mark on the loom with some like charcoal, sets the everything down, and then stands up, cleans off her hands, and um, so you're asking about the grandmother's visit.
Yeah.
Is looks at you guys very suspiciously. Is was there a problem? And we didn't call her.
As
We
I
didn't call her.
understand it, no one really does, but she appears where she's needed, perhaps?
Sometimes I guess we don't know her very well. It's not that promise. None of that weird stuff has been happening here. We're not to blame for anything. If you've had something happen to you, and gestures very blatantly at Kale, if you've had something happen to you, it was not because of our home.
Oh, no, no, no. I look like this all the time. That's fine. I
Um,
had noticed, however, that the crops they seem to be doing better now. Were you having some trouble with them? I'm a bit of a herbalist myself, so I'm very interested in all of the various crops growing out this way.
uh, uh, yes, actually. You can tell that. Yes. So we weren't doing too well this year. We were hoping to make an extra offering at the summer festival, and then she showed up. Um, it's been better. We don't know why she was here, but she said that she could help.
What precisely, if I could ask, what was wrong with the plants before? Were they just not growing well, or was there some sort of blight?
We're not really sure. They were growing mighty slow. Um, some of them came in black, and we had to dig them up.
Has that happened before?
No, we'll get some odd colorations here and there, but usually usually the vegetables we grow don't turn black or brown unless they're rotting. But it was still springy, I guess you could call it.
As though the
And
plant itself was producing this darkness.
yes, and we've heard some strange things out east, so we were careful about it. So we dug them up and we burned them, as is right. Um, Another one came in really deep red, and it wasn't like something that should be red. It wasn't like a rhubarb or strawberry or anything. So that one my husband was kind of afraid to touch. So we just had someone, I hired someone in town to come out and chop it and burn it for us.
That does seem to be a very smart precaution to take. We've come across plants that are quite dangerous before, ones that have poisoned sections to them or thorns that seem to cause a sickness. Um, very
She
good sorts of precautions.
immediately makes a couple of hand gestures in the air. And as you guys are getting more and more familiar with seeing these like hand gestures of wording, it seems to almost be like someone is weaving something in and out, and then tapping their thumb against the other thumb and then back again. Sort of, it looks very similar to the way that she was having to pass something through the loom before. So you're able to very easily make that connection after having seen her working as you walked up.
Right, right. I hope it's not too much of an imposition to ask, but would it be possible to see some of the sites where these odd plants were growing? I, as you may have been able to tell from my general appearance, have a bit of a connection with plants. I can sometimes feel what they need or what has gone wrong.
You you said you've always been like this. This is just how you are?
It, well, since the rise of magic, about 7 months back. But I've always, even before this, had a bit of a connection with plants generally. Something of a gardener.
Were you blessed by a child though?
No, I don't think so. At least not with my knowledge.
Hmm. Well, I'd have to ask my husband if he minds. He's working out there and
Oh, yes.
it might disturb what he's doing, but I guess it wouldn't hurt.
Yes,
Um,
you can tell him that if there is some sort of, I don't know, uh, a sickness in the plants or the dirt, I might be able to find it. So you could dig it out and eradicate it before it affects any more crops.
all right, I'm pretty sure that whatever it was that she did at the festival, it's been better since. It's probably, I promise, our land isn't cursed or anything like
Oh
that.
no, 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 I wouldn't imply that. It's just that odd things have been happening all over. I'm sure you've heard the news from elsewhere.
All right, I've it's it's almost lunchtime. I might as well call him in anyway. Um, have a seat on the
Thank
porch,
you.
and I'll see about getting him for you. Looks at you reluctantly again. Looks at Fong and Varen, then like bustles away, occasionally looking over her shoulder at you.
Cool.
Yeah.
As soon as she's out of earshot, I'm going to like lean in towards Farron and Fong and be like, so I said that there was something magical in those weavings, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. And the plants themselves are relieved. As
Huh.
normally they wouldn't be aware enough of what's going on around them to be relieved,
Uh-huh.
which is odd.
Yeah. Um, and they jumped right to curse real fast.
Oh yes. There seems to be a lot of, I hesitate to use the word superstitions in this area because it does seem that there is some need behind them.
Mm-hmm.
But the little hand gestures, like a weaving, I think
Oh.
it's tied to the grandmother.
Mm-hmm. I look, I mean, it seems like the grandmother's helped here, but I mean, there's always a catch somehow. I wonder if there's a cost that the grandmother asks that they have to pay.
I want to know more about these midsummer festivals. It sounds like they sacrifice things.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Right. Have you seen anything like that in your travels? I know you're far more widely traveled than I am.
Um, Someone showing up when they feel like you need something, it's usually not a great sign. Usually it's someone who's like, "Hey, I think you
Snake
need some
oil salesman.
protection," or
Yes.
something like that. And it's always a tough situation because you end up maybe getting a little bit of help, but then you realize that you signed up for more than you bargained for. And I would hate for these sweet people to have to deal with that.
Mm. I agree. They seem like good farmers, but
Yeah.
I have the sense that there's a reason you wander, and you don't have to tell me about it yet, but I feel like there are things you have walked away from
Yeah.
because you needed to, not because you wanted to.
Yeah. And you'd see Fang like just kind of his eyes kind of dart back and forth as he's looking around, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, look at this thread pattern over here. Look at this knot over here."
Welcome, Raiders. Damn, look at that size.
Ooh, raiders.
Hi, Nikki. I'm glad to see you guys in here. Nikki is a friend.
Oh, yay.
Does some fun stuff, and we'll be on Rev's channel tomorrow for,
Lovely.
I think tomorrow, for their Pathfinder game. But yeah, so let's shout them out.
Yeah. I imagine
Welcome.
Fong is
Nerds out.
regretting hanging out with
Yeah.
somebody as perceptive as Kale.
Yeah. But yeah, welcome. I
I
hope
think I
that
just fully
your
called you out.
hangout stream, yeah. They were doing a bit of a hangout stream and checking out some different video
Nice.
games and stuff. But
Nice.
yeah, so hope that that was super fun. I understand that you were on stream for a while, like couple of
Mm,
hours. So I
Wow.
understand
dang.
if you gotta step away and go like do some stuff. So yeah, d- detoured to date everything, the game where you
Nice.
can like date all of the different inanimate objects and
So good.
conceptual creatures. But yeah, so the I actually blame Nikki's stream for why food was on my brain at the start of our game and why we ourselves detoured into a description of
It was a real good food
food.
episode.
Yes.
Yeah, because we were talking about different food type stuff in her chat
Unlike most
before
games,
I
our
had to step
characters got
away.
2 nights of sleep and solid meals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
yeah,
this
we
is
went into
great.
a full description of food, and it's definitely that chat's fault because that was like the last thing I was thinking of prior to getting ready. Um, but yeah, so very cool. Understand if you have to raid and run. Otherwise, enjoy the session. They are investigating a farm that was recently visited by the grandmother, a somewhat possibly supernatural individual that travels around this city state and does stuff. Um, and one of our players had to step away to let a real person friend, like in person friend, into visit. Um, but yeah, so they'll be back soon. Thank you very much. We appreciate the raid. Hope you guys had fun. But
Thank
yes,
you.
so Fong like was looking off and be like, "Oh yeah, no, look at that pattern. That's a thing. That's
Yeah.
interesting."
So we wait for the farm couple, the nice farm
Yeah,
couple to come back from the field.
hmm
yeah.
hmm
So she does eventually walk back, followed closely by the man that you saw out in the field. Both of them are kind of young. They look like they're maybe in their early 20s. So like hard to say why it's not an extended family here, at least that you've seen so far. But the young man like wipes sweat off of his face, like cleans off his mustache and beard. Um, Also, unfortunately, leaves behind a couple of streaks of dirt, but at least no longer quite as sweaty. Um, Means his clothing, as obviously the wife cuts over the fact that he just smeared dirt on himself. Uh, uh, Welcome. Um, Tabitha said you were asking about the fields.
Yes, yes. A pleasure to meet you. I'm Kale. These are my companions, Varen and Fong, and Bal. Um, but I obviously somewhat have an affinity with plants, and I'd heard tell of things growing unusually colored or poorly in these fields this year. And I was just wondering if I could see the areas where these strange crops had grown. I can often get a sense for why these sorts of things might have happened or stop them from spreading.
Well, if you don't mind me saying, don't really, I'm not really familiar with you, and I'm not sure what exactly it is that you're selling, but with the way harvest has been this past season, I don't think we can afford any
Oh,
additional service or anything.
no, no,
We
no, no. It's
appreciate the offer, though.
I don't require payment. I'm just think of me as a scholar following up on an intellectual curiosity. I've been encountering these strange plants throughout the land, and I've been trying to study them and get a sense of why they're happening and what we can do about them. I just want to come onto your land and see these sites. No payment necessary.
All right. Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just make me a sandwich or something. Says to his wife, and then like tries to clean his hands off on his apron. This way. There was just a couple of sites, but yeah. Um, what'd you say your name was?
Kale.
Yeah. You can just call me Mr. Weaver.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Weaver, for allowing us onto your land.
Yeah.
I know anything strange can be a little, well, you know, rumors and stuff get a lot about, but it's, as I assured your partner, it has nothing to do with you or the way you keep your land. It's just these strange things seem to be appearing all over, and I'm trying to track them down where they are and learn more about them.
It's it was a little worse than I let Tabitha know about. But there were only a couple sites initially. Um, it's like walking you through the fields. Um, over here's one, and you can see a mostly cleared area that has all been dug up. There's no obvious signs of strange growths there. Uh, found a bunch of black stock here. Normally it's a nice, vibrant, like yellowish green. And
Right.
this stuff mostly it was gray and black, sort
Hmm.
of like when stuff goes to rot or has been dried out. Strange black. Smelled kinda bitter. It was the smell that caught my attention initially. Um, then, like kind of gestures with his hands, like over there and a little off to the right. Um, there was some more over there, not a lot, but we dug up the whole section and burned it just in case. We didn't know if it was some sort of pest or roots or root rot or something like that. We've been
That's
getting
a
a
good
lot of rain
question.
this year. Um,
Are
and it
there
just
any
kind of,
active sites currently?
oh no,
All right.
we've been trying to keep it under control, dig them out, burn them because I don't want that in my compost.
No, no, obviously not. All right. If you don't mind, I wouldn't mind having a look at the soil here. Fong, would you assist me?
Of course.
All right.
So, are you trained in anything that this is relevant to, Fong?
No.
Right. So, in that
Give
case,
me
it
some
would be
luck.
two separate roles
Yeah.
because you can only aid someone in something
Mhm.
that you have training or experience in, unless you have a special like feature from
This
like
feels
helps
a
their
little
friends.
cheese whizzly because I do have helps my friends, so I can help Fong help me.
You
I
can
can make
help
you trained in
Fong.
plants.
Yeah, you can help Fong. Fong cannot help you.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
I'll help Fong and I'll let Fong do a roll
Okay.
on plants and herbalism. I'm like, so all we're looking for is something very strange.
Yeah.
I know that you are sensitive to the flow of magic, or at least it seems from these threads that you saw.
Yeah.
So just try to do whatever you did last night or 2 nights ago.
Okay.
That's my advice.
Okay.
Okay.
And then Fong would sit down like he had sat
Okay.
that night, getting ready for bed, maybe stretching out a little bit, but keeping his eyes peeled. And Let's see.
So Mr. Weaver stands off to the side, watching you guys, confused and a little suspicious. Make an investigation check.
That is a 3.
Oh no! Now you've got my luck.
Even with the helps their friends, you're not even sure how you activated that strange sight.
Yeah.
Smells like freshly turned earth. Looks like dirt.
All right. Well, Kale is going to sit across from Fong. So we're both sitting cross-legged in the dirt in the middle of this, dug up, burnt out bit of field. Varen can join us if she wants. Kale is here to
Aaron will join.
Okay.
try and see what's wrong with the soil. And they've asked for assistance from both of you. So we're gonna just sit in the dirt, and
Okay.
Kale's
Let's
gonna close
go.
their eyes and try and talk with the earth like they've done before and just see if they can sense any wrongness.
Okay. So, you're investigating for essentially the same thing. So this,
Yeah.
because you aided Fong, this is at a 1 degree higher difficulty
Gotcha.
due to the initial
I
failure.
am trained in tea, plants, herbal things.
Yeah, you've got training.
And I'm going to put 2 effort on this. So that'll
Okay.
knock it
So that
down by
brings it.
2 instead of 3 because I'm up
Okay.
1.
Yeah.
Oh! Nat 20.
Nice.
A clutch nat 20.
So you
Oh my
are
gosh.
indeed connected with and trained in green things and growing. You are practically a growing plant green thing yourself. Damn, another nat 20. This is what, the second tonight? Jeez.
Yeah. This
Um,
is me paying for all those. This is the karma from all those
all those
sevens. in there.
sevens. Yeah, all those sevens. But yeah, so you can feel almost this from of something off and foreign that is just overlaid by a web almost of intent and protection, like a fence blocking something out.
Right.
It's
So that's
strong-ish here, where you guys are sitting in the bare dirt. It's stronger a little further back.
towards the fence where the weavings are.
The foreign sensation is actually not towards the fences. It's further
Oh.
in field.
Oh, interesting. But I can still feel the protective thing
Yeah,
keeping it back.
yeah, it's sort of like the web is connected to where the fence is so that it just blankets the area and helps
Right.
to push off whatever this strange it's the web is like kind of a barrier or a fence between
Yeah.
whatever this foreign sensation is and the plants here.
Right. But the plant, the dirt where we're sitting isn't currently, affected by the foreign malice.
You understand how tattoos work, right?
Yeah.
It's a foreign body that has
Yep.
entered the skin and is just held there.
Held there. Yep.
So while it is not hurting the area, it is still foreign and it is still present.
Right. Right.
Same concept. So instead of it being fully gone, it's sort of like the area has been inoculated and whatever negative effects would be happening are staved off by that web.
Right. But it's still there, so without the protection, it would come back.
Yes. So it's a band-aid versus a cure.
Yeah. So Kale sits on the dirt, they close their eyes, they breathe really deeply for a little while. They seem like they've sunk deep, deep into meditation. And then after several minutes of this, they'll almost like, you know how the skin on a horse shivers if there's a fly? They do that, but like with their whole body, anywhere it's touching the soil, they're like, ooh, ee. And they'll stand up and kind of like shake bits of soil off of them. Oh, well, ooh, that's unusual. Ugh.
What you feel?
What's wrong?
Right. So something affected the soil here. Something that way, but the grandmother's magic is holding it at bay. So it's not
Get 3 perception checks when you say that.
14.
13.
Oh, and I'm skilled in perception.
11.
Okay, so all of you notice that Kale, you especially do. Um, the man looks scared when you indicate the direction. But as you were saying,
So that way, there is something affecting this spot right here. And the grandmother's magic is keeping it, I don't know, dormant, asleep. Like if she hadn't put the protections here, the crops would still be growing wrong. The dirt feels wrong here. But it's asleep now. It's not active.
So that means that it could awaken at some point, right? Potentially?
Yes, and I'm not sure what to do about it. If it were me, I don't know. Almost like you need to cleanse the soil of some way, but it's dirt. I don't know. You can't just wash it.
What if you said that the feeling gets strong that direction, right?
Yes, and they seem very scared about whatever it is over there. And I kind of like subtly glance at Mr. Weaver.
So it sounds like we probably should head over that way and investigate.
Perhaps.
Mr. Weaver, would you mind giving me a little tour of your house?
my house.
Yeah, I figured that since we're visiting and everything, it might be you know, it might be good to see the whole layout just so we can figure out what's going on.
I hope you'll pardon me, but I think I would mind letting a stranger into my house. Yeah.
Uh well, I just want to say I want to be able to help you. And we're not sure if we trust the grandmother just yet. And so we want to see in case there are any problems that may be attached to the protections here.
I trust the grandma to be personal, but
Uh, touch feels benign, even helpful.
I'll finish showing you around here and then I'll decide on if I'm going to welcome you into my home. I hope you understand that it is my home.
Absolutely.
The other areas are just a little further along.
My intention is to keep going with him
To
so
distract him.
Kale and Varen can look over there.
Look
The coincidentally, the direction that he has to take you is almost towards the same spot.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Um, shows you a couple other bare places, and like walks more slowly the further along you guys have to go. Um, gestures broadly in a random direction. Uh, over there is where that blood cane type stuff started coming up. It wasn't something that we planted. It's not a plant that I recognized. But it was blood red. Came in like some of the reeds that you see along the river sometimes.
Oh, the ones that make that excellent tea.
Yeah. But vibrant like just after you slaughter a chicken.
Ooh. Don't think I would be drinking tea from those.
I would hope not. Thick as my wrist. Didn't even like the feel of being around it. I hired someone passing through to come chop it down and burn it.
These seem like very wise precautions to be taking.
Did it smell weird at all?
I don't think so. Didn't smell like much. Not the way that the black stuff does. The areas seemed fine since she came, but
Did she give you
still
any special instructions on how to maintain the area?
just to leave them be. Leave her ties alone. And they should help.
Very much, yes. They seem to be what's keeping these things from growing back.
Like, rubs his hands a little bit. Some dirt falls down. She thinks it might have been that rock that appeared where the cairn was. But I saw you guys talking about it. You weren't being very quiet. It's further on that way. I still don't
The
feel comfortable walking over to it. But you guys can if you can. It's fairly obvious that it's different. You should be able to spot it, no problem. I'll watch from over here if you want to get close yourself, but
right.
we're just not going to plant over there right now.
Smart.
That seems wise. I would like to look at that rock. I don't know about the rest of you.
Oh, I am so down to look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. So walking a little further in, you get past where there is definitely a little bit more growth of like large bushy plants of some kind. You're not sure what exactly it is that he grows, or possibly if this is just wild growth because he hasn't wanted to get close to it. Uh, but further in, you see coming up out of the dirt a cleanly cut dome of like curve of rock that like becomes rough, maybe 3 feet off the ground. Um, Moss and some other dirt collected on it as well.
Does it look like a dome, like those impressions we've been seeing in the main city?
Do you walk around it to investigate it?
Yeah.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
All right. I'm gonna put some effort on this. Only an 8, but I'm skilled at identifying and I put effort on it.
Okay.
Nice.
So walking around it, it does seem to be circular, and analyzing where the clean cut is, it could potentially have been dome shaped. Um, Looking at it carefully, it's almost strange, the rock. It's not like the cave rock that you're familiar with. Um, it's an odd material, kind of speckled almost. And the moss growing on it, while the edges have browned, in the bright sun that it is currently in. It looks almost red towards the center where it hasn't died off yet.
Ooh.
But there's only a couple patches of it. Takes you a couple of minutes, like careful inspecting the outside, and it's mostly from inspecting the clean cut of the outside that you see a couple of, at this point, dried out and dead patches of moss that might have fallen off of it that are in contact with the ground.
I'll scoop one of them up, check it out, and then toss it to Varen or Fong, whoever's closest.
Please make a might defense roll.
Okay.
Snap.
15.
15.
And I'm skilled in might defense.
Yes, you are. It does not cause you injury, but it has that strange burning sensation.
Right.
Like if you touch fireweed or like various other
Yeah.
somewhat
I-
uncomfortable plants to pick up,
So I
and you can
don't throw it
feel
to
the
Fong or
residue. Yeah,
Varen.
and you can feel the residue on your hand where you had picked it up barehanded.
I pick it up and it's like starts tickling even through my thick scales, and I'm like, don't touch this.
Ooh.
Put it down.
Can I activate my scan ability on this formation?
Oh,
Yes, you
snap.
can. Yes,
All
you
right.
can. So with a scan, you can tell that it seems to be a section of rock. You don't know what kind. And that it does seem to have some sort of mossy growth across it and veins of dirt from cracks in the rock that they had grown from. Um, the moss is mostly dying. Um, you're not sure what it would be called. You can tell that it is basically a chemic that like has this weird chemically toxinish thing, oil that it produces essentially, um, that is fairly dangerous. You're
I
not sure where
turn.
it's from.
Yeah, I was about to say, this thing is extremely toxic and dangerous. I would caution against touching anything else on it.
Okay.
The shape of this seems like one of those displacements, like Sybil disappeared through. Like this is from another area of the world, but it has appeared here.
Um, and Varen, please make a like intellect check for aided by the fact that you are familiar with the supernatural.
Oof, okay. Come on, be good. That is a 10.
10? Because you are skilled in things regarding supernatural, um,
Yeah, supernatural
yeah,
knowledge east by 2, specialized.
east by 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow.
With that, you know that there are some settlements and towns that beyond just having their festivals and the occasional worship of Childa, um, there are also those that have essentially small rock cairns and small, not really temples, but like outdoor altar type things where they either make offerings or make peace with what had previously been believed to be the local spirits or Chaelda through the plants and earth around it. Mr. Weaver mentioned that this took the place of one of those.
Oh.
because he said that it appeared where the old cairn was.
That's right.
Not Karen, Cairn.
Karen. Karen.
Cairn.
Old Karen.
Not Varen's
Air
mom.
care? Where the fuck did air care come from? I don't know. Fucking captions. But yeah, so where the old cairn was.
Is it
For now, just watching captions.
possible that is it possible that the old Karen ended up wherever this came from then? And I'm thinking out loud. I'm just kind of sort of talking to myself, but also kind of out loud enough where everyone else can hear me.
How what do these cans do?
Well, we normally like to leave a little offering to Chelda, to kind of make peace with the land, but now that it's not here,
As
I
though
won.
her influence, like the grandmother's, was holding back something. It's and now that it's gone, the whatever affected the
Yeah,
soil there is seeping through.
perhaps.
I distinctly feel like whatever was affecting the soil was coming from here.
And Kale, you also remember seeing all of those wispy spirits traveling among the crops
Perhaps.
in other fields
Either
the
that
previous
or
night.
you see Varen start making kind of like the same hand warding gesture. And I was like, oh, child, forgive me, but what if he's mad at now that the Cairn's gone?
It might be.
Can we get a new one?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid.
What does it take to make a can, usually?
I
The
would like to
Cairn's
offer an intrusion
oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
to Alina.
You know I'm going to say yes.
Uh, the intrusion is that Pico wakes up where they are hanging at your waist,
Ooh.
um, drops forward in almost a daze, and begins crawling towards and then up the rock. You do not know why, but something seems to be drawing him there.
Hi, Pico?
Uh,
Pico?
there's something there's there's something wrong. There's something wrong here.
Stay here. And I'll like kind of push my companions behind me and then leap up after Pico because I'm not either to like haul him back or otherwise stop him from being drawn to this site.
He's gotten onto the rock at this point and is like trying to dig at it with his little copper claws.
Aw,
The house is gone. There should be a house here.
oops. I'm scrabbling up the rock after him.
You
It's
also
it's
see
only
Varen's
like
tattoos just
it's only
immediately
like
just like watching this.
2.5, 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
It's only 2.5, 3 feet tall.
Okay,
It's
then
not
it's
much
fine.
scrabbling.
We'll just jump up.
Varen
Yeah.
is preparing for something, so you just see all of her tattoos start really shape shifting,
Yeah.
and she's starting to enter that shadowy sort of form that she takes on in
Immediately,
preparation.
Mr. Weaver yelps and starts running away because he was still close enough to see you guys.
Yeah.
Sees
And weird stuff's happening now.
darkness. Yeah, sees like you trying to climb on top of this thing that he thought was a horrific thing that he didn't want to even approach. and then shadowy shit like all over Varen. He's running.
There's like a weird animal or something now too happening.
Too far away to see that.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, like you climbed on top of the scary rock and Varen has like darkness starting to encase certain parts of her body. It's a thing. Um, but yeah, like Pico's like clawing a little bit at the rock. There should be a house here. This is wrong.
Pico, are you okay? Are you in a trance of some kind? And I'll try to like, I don't know,
This,
scoop
this
him up.
is this is wrong. This isn't how we left it. As you pick him up.
Yeah. I mean, very little is these days.
Pico,
Oh.
who used to live here?
I don't know. It's just that's weird. Something's wrong. There should be a house for the nature spirits here. There should be a house
Perhaps
for the nature spirits here.
the can.
Yeah. I mm,
Pico, I think it got moved to wherever this is. I think it's there now. These things swapped. Just like
this
just like Sybil in that swamp.
it feels wrong. It feels wrong.
Could we
Uh,
can we do anything about it?
are you still standing on top of the rock, by the way? Or
Yeah,
did you
I'm
get
still
off
standing on top of the rock, and I think
holding Pico?
Kale's
Okay.
tail is lashing in agitation, and said there was like a spot in the middle.
Yeah, he was just clawing at it like
Yeah,
he's metal, so he's not going to
yeah,
have the issues of touching the dangerous moss.
yeah.
But there is some tarnish along one of his legs where he had dug it away and was digging at the rock and the dirt there. Um, but yeah, this shouldn't be here. There should be. You can feel there should be a house. We we left the houses here. And he's just very confused and very disoriented.
Uh, Kale's just like cradling him and looking at Varen and Fong and be like, I don't know what to do.
We could make a house.
We
The spirits aren't here anymore.
are they Pico, are they like gone or are they just not here?
And I don't know. I don't know.
Would they come back if there was a place for them?
I don't know.
Right. Is that why you were digging?
I was trying to find it. There should be a house here. We we left houses here? Left we left this place with houses. And he's just very disoriented.
Yeah,
He can't quite tell what he was doing beyond the fact that instinctively
right.
that is how he acted.
Varen, have you ever seen the construction of one of these cans?
No, they've I mean, to be fair, I think they've just kind of not necessarily that they've always been there, but they're pretty old. Been around since before I was ever born. Been around before my parents were ever born.
Are they
And
always stones?
yes, to describe them, they are almost supernaturally balanced stone stacks that, even in full sun, will have beautiful bright green moss and lichen and flowers growing across them that are typically found in the north corner of farm fields. Like, there's nothing holding them together, and sometimes it's one very narrow stone with a wide one on top and then strange arrangements. Um, Weather never seems to knock them over. They don't deteriorate. They just are there.
I think we gotta find these nature spirits and try to bring them back somehow.
Right. I mean, I don't. I'm too new to this whole dragon thing, but I think there must be some way to sense them, to make a home for them. I caused a whole damn forest to grow. I can find some stones.
Yeah.
First time either of you have heard about this.
Well, it can't be like that hard to find them. I mean, what do you think that was what you saw, Kale? You said you saw some kind of floating, wispy kind of energies.
That might be the nature spirits. I don't know. I just know that they were all over the field, which I suppose, if they were doing something with the crops, feeding off them, feeding them, blessing them, I don't know.
I'm looking at my abilities to see if there's anything I can sense.
So as you do that, um, one, who's getting the other experience point, Kale?
Oh, right. I want to. I'm going to randomize. Evens, Varen, odds, Fang.
Okay.
It
Perfect.
is 6, so even. Goes to Varen.
Okay.
Sweet.
So remember that both of you get to mark down one experience point, which, for those of you who haven't spent a lot of them before, um, I'll chat with you between sessions on how that works. And because we are now 30 minutes over on time, I'm going to offer another intrusion, especially since we're going to be missing Alina for most of August, if not all of August.
How do you want to do this? Because I had an idea in mind.
So, Kale, you are probably going to be there with a very disoriented and confused Pico for a little bit until he starts to come out of it. Um, the other two of you, the intrusion would be that you decide to go check the other farms to see if anything has happened to the other cairns. Um, Kale, you're also the only one in the group that can see spirits.
Oh, cool.
So basically a split up to further investigate and see if there's a way to either match or extend from the other locations in the area while Kale figures stuff out here and potentially uh, tries to get in touch with some spirits
Can
as well.
I suggest a tweak to this scene?
Okay.
Because what I'd been planning on doing was almost immediately spending the XP. to do
Okay.
a big dragon effect. Kale knows that they're kind of, sort of nature spirit adjacent. They're unsure. They do stuff with plants.
Mm-hmm.
Seems legit. So they were going to try and meditate here and try to call a new cairn into being.
So that would be a lasting effect instead of an immediate one. So that would
Yeah,
require 3 XP,
I
unfortunately.
have 3 XP now.
You
I
have
would
3
burn
XP.
all of it.
All right, so
And
Whoa.
whatever,
I would allow you to do that, but it will take some time, and the other
yeah.
two will still need to
So
essentially split off so that your character can be gone for a little
yeah,
bit.
visually,
Yeah.
I was picturing Kale going to dragon form and digging their claws into the dirt and flaring with power as they try to connect with the earth and the nature spirits and plants around them. And because they can't move to go with you, I'm going to say that they literally root themselves in place and go kind of bark skin. So it's almost like there's a dragon shaped tree there, just dug into the earth. The eyes of which are still flaring bright green. So it's like they're not dead, but there's a big magic happening here.
Okay. So shall I assume that the two of you accept your intrusion, which means that you wouldn't choose another to give XP to? You would just each get 1 XP.
Yeah,
That's for Matt and Amanda.
I,
Okay.
I
Yes.
burn through all mine, and you two each get 1.
Okay.
Okay.
So with that, as you guys agreed to go check out the other essentially farms and such around to see if there's something else special about this location and potentially other cairns. Um,
Yeah. I think before
Kale,
Kale freezes completely, they'll say something like,
yeah,
"To the east. I can sense it. You must go." And then they'll fully cover over and bark.
and Kale gets embedded into whatever it is that they are going to be doing to try and basically call back nature spirits to this affected area.
There's some weird dragon magic going on.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
uh, which not that Joel is here to speak for Bal. Bal was present to an extent. The last time Kale did weird dragon shit, and we would be able to like confirm to you guys that Kale will be okay. You guys will just have to check on them after a while to make sure that they don't like get lost. Does not explain what that means. But good on that. Cool. Yeah, I had to wrap it up because we were
Yep.
already 30 minutes over, and I
Yeah.
wanted
Yikes.
to give people the ability to go off and do their
I
things,
am
especially since someone had
totally
to go.
happy
Yes.
to spend 3 XP on some cool shit,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Dang, that was so
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. So, with that, thank you very much. Let's start with Matt on our outros.
Hey y'all, I'm Matt, he, him. Today I was Fang Wu, he, they, the risk-taking warrior who sometimes walks through walls and is a little out of his depth. So I'm scared but excited uh, to see what happens next. I will pass it over to Amanda.
Hello, everyone. My name is Amanda, aka Panda Cabra, and I was Varen like all of us use she, her. And I was a weird adept who dances with dark matter and siphons power. And I don't want to say she's a little out of her depth, but she's not really great at connecting with the supernatural, if that makes sense. Stuff happens to her, but she doesn't necessarily know what it means. Again, on my link tree is linked. Find me on Blue Sky, on Discord, on Instagram as well. Come say hi. I will be at San Diego Comic Con this week, tabling with Alina. who is
Booth 1229.
yeah.
Yeah, go check them out. Super cool.
Yeah, and speaking of, that's my handoff to Alina.
Hey. Hey everybody, I am Alina. I have been playing Kale. We are all they, them. I have 3 things to shout out. I'll be at San Diego Comic Con with Amanda at my booth 1229, which is confusing because I will also the next week after that be at Gen Con in Indianapolis at booth 1227. So I have to remember which con is which. It's very confusing. But yeah, so it's convention season for me. That's why Kale's going to be ducking out for a little bit. I've got Gen Con, I've got San Diego, I'm going to be at Worldcon, I'll be at PAX West. So it's a lot of shows. I will be back in about a month. I will miss all of you. I love this game so much. But so I will see y'all next time. And the other thing I want to shout out is if you want to check out a cool game, go check out my friend. He's running a Kickstarter right now for a game called Dungeon Tryouts. It's a really, really fun card game where you are a bunch of weirdos trying out to be on an adventuring group. And the writer's room has Jonathan Sims and from the Magnus Archives, Iffy from Dimension 20, like just really cool people in it. Danielle Redford from Dimension 20 as well.
Wow.
I get to also be a writer
Dang.
in that writer's room, which is so cool. And I get to be an illustrator of some of the cards. So like check it out, throw some money Peter's way. It's a really cool card game. I think we just unlocked the not safe for work edition. So that's gonna be so much
Yes.
fun
That's
to write.
super cool.
Yeah.
That is super cool. Definitely also link it in the Discord so
Yeah,
that
totally.
people can check stuff
Can check it
out.
out.
That is awesome.
It's gonna be rad.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. And for those of you watching over on Moonbeam, we'll do a post in the archives realm on how to find that. So very cool, very cool, very cool. Um,
Try
but
and
yeah,
link it there.
awesome. But yeah, so that's that. I know that Matt does other streams and stuff on occasion as well, so definitely follow the various players at the various socials so that you can, you know, find them and check this cool stuff out. Here's the Kickstarter link
This looks amazing. I'm looking through it right now.
Man,
in.
the art they got is so good.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. Hopefully that
Throw
works
that
since
onto our
it didn't
Discord server too.
follow the WW. Okay, whatever. Copy paste if you are from Moonbeam. But yeah, so definitely check it out. That is super cool. I have the coolest fucking players. But yeah, so I'm Evie, the Disaster GM. Pronouns are she, there, any. I'm director of Alter Deck Archives and the GM for our 2 primary games. We have talked about and hopefully will at some point in the nearish future have other games running and potentially guest GMs or something. We'll see. I am also looking at some potential guests for some of our games for the next couple of
Yeah.
months. We'll see what we are able to work out schedule wise.
Weirdly, you will see me on Fairy Tale Fridays because the cons are every 2 weeks and they just happen to be every Empyrean week. But
Yeah, and
Fairy
it's
Tale
hard.
is still
It's
open.
always hard to identify when those are going to be. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, so yeah, we'll miss Kale. But yeah, so definitely check those out. You can normally just find me here on AEA and in our Discord. On some Saturdays, not all Saturdays, I am over on Fuzka's channel, uh, playing Nero slash Jet City in Fuzka's like short run D&D game that's like a side story to her primary campaign. Nero is a tabaxi and is kind of an ass. A funny asshole, but he's kind of an ass. But yeah, it's been a fun time. Great cast over there as well. You should totally check them out. But yeah, so I guess we will catch you guys next time. Um, where we will hopefully probably have Joel back.
Yay.
And yeah, so that's great. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for the raid. Once again, shouting out Nikki Nerds out, who was great. And jumped in with so many people that are all also wonderful. I can definitely type and spell things that I am not saying as I talk. That's
Difficult.
totally something that I am capable of
Difficult to
doing.
do.
Yeah. But yeah, so shouting them out. We will also be raiding into another channel once we go to the end credits screen. So stick around for that if you are on Twitch. Again, do all of the likes, follows, subscribes, etc. to find us and be able to get live notifications. We hope to see you around. Catch you next time. Bye.